I could stay awake just to watch this flop unwind. Guillermo's monster glows, but the script's legally blind. Elizabeth walks in 5 minutes. I could stay awake just to watch this flop unwind. Guillermo's monster glows, but the script's legally blind. Elizabeth walks in 5 minutes, that's her cue. Sees 8 feet of stitches and screams, baby, I choose you. Every frame's a postcard, every shot's a flex, but the dialogue's dial up, AOL, you've got sex. Cause even the creature's abs can't save this mess. Frankenstein, Tim Burton's in the shadows with the strike referee vest. I could've made it weird, yo. Mia got deserved a subplot, not a thirst trap line. She met him for a coffee, now she's ready to climb. I don't wanna close my eyes, cause I still see the wasted potential in 4K high def size. Victor's crying in the lab, Oscar's giving all the feels, but the third act's on autopilot. Who booked these training wheels? Creature learns to love, then boom, rom-com switcheroo. Elizabeth's like, forget the bride, I'll bride you. I'd rewrite it in Comic Sans, I'd fax it to the moon. Give me a chainsaw monologue and a proper costume. Break your middle. Jacob's high, but the pacing's a crime. Tim's got spare Edward Scissorhands, borrow one this time. Elizabeth's arc is a post-it note stuck to a fridge. Hi, I'm tragic, now let's bone on this bridge. Hey! I don't wanna fall asleep, cause I'll dream of the version with 3 more drafts at least. And I still believe Tim would've cast Johnny Depp as the bolt in the net, Helena as the bride with a beehive wreck. Stop motion snow, a pastel hearse, not Netflix and chill with a reanimated curse. Frank in middle, it's greedy, it's long, it's mid as hell. Guillermo, call your editor, ring that bell. Elizabeth needed therapy, not a monster fling. 5 minutes in, she's proposing with the wedding ring. I could stay just to watch it twice, but I'd rather watch Beetlejuice on lasagna and ice. Don't wanna miss a thing except the part where the script forgot to mean anything. Sweet dreams, Tim, call us.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hold on a second here. What's going on? There we go. Jeez. Computer, man. Everything's going crazy today. Don't mind my voice. I'm getting over a cold. You might hear me sniffle, sneeze, cough, hack up a lung. You know how it is, right? You got kids. Maybe not all of you. But those of you out there who've been around children understand that they're petri dishes. They bring everything home. And then, of course, you know, You get it. And sometimes this one has been lingering like a motherfucker. But it is what it is there. All right. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Let me just quickly address the title of this stream. I fell asleep after I set the stream. And then I woke up and I was like, I need something to talk about. Fuck. And then I'm like quickly looking through, and I'm like, there's things to go over, obviously. And then I'm like, oh yeah, Frankenstein was kind of mid. So I do something like that to trigger some people. So I haven't done my review of the movie yet. I need to. When my voice is getting better, which maybe tomorrow, I'll be able to sit down and give my thoughts on it. I'll just say this: it's not the best Frankenstein interpretation out there. I think Guillermo del Toro is suffering the same problem George Lucas had back in the 90s working on the Phantom Menace, in the sense that like he's surrounded by very talented people who also don't want to look at him and go, maybe this isn't the best idea. Because there's some choices, I will say, in Frankenstein that I get thematically what he's going for, but it falls so fucking flat. And like, as I'm watching that movie, I swear to God, guys, as I was watching the movie, I thought to myself, I'm like, what if Tim Burton directed this? Like, that would actually be interesting, because the movie wasn't interesting. It was daddy issues, the fucking movie, like flat out, without spoiling anything. It was just like, Jesus Christ. It was like, it's like, it gets going. And then you're like, oh, fucking shit. Fuck. God damn it. Here we go again. And it's like, I get it. Guillermo, you love the idea of a big, strong, hulking monster that is usually perceived as a monster, but you want to give it a heart of gold. And then you want like the buxom young lass to just fucking wet her fucking panties and then fuck it. Like, that's what you want. Like, you keep going to the same well. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. Blue Jay, it is definitely not one of his stronger offerings. This movie, like Shape of Water, and I think Shape of Water kind of broke him. I should have gone out and seen Badlands. Dude, my theaters aren't even showing the movie past like 8:30. Right? Like, they're not even showing the movie past 8:30 right now. And, and it's like my kids go to bed, and then it's like, all right, whatever. So I was going to go see it today. And then I found out that like yesterday that they had today off because today was Veterans Day. And I was like, why the fuck are they having a Tuesday off? So it was very difficult. I couldn't go anywhere today. My cold got worse over the weekend. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I worked Sunday night, man. And then that was it. So my hours are fucking toast. And we had an employee just straight up like quit. And he'd been there for 8 years. And he just like sent out a random email like Sunday night, like peace out everybody. He's like, fuck, man. So all right, yeah, I know we're catching all the fucking alt accounts. Let's see, Blue Jay dropping a $2 super. Thank you, buddy. Thought the movie was good, very slow at times. I don't mind slow burning films. I don't mind slow burning experiences. I think if you're building towards something and you want to make it slow, I think that's okay, right? As long as it's got that progression to get there. This movie, the fact that it did what it did storytelling wise, and it kind of completely missed like the point of the original book. I think that's where I think, like, again, the first half of the movie, yeah, based dope as fuck. Back half of the movie, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? It's like the question. I mean, obviously, it's asking the question, who's the real monster, right? It's like violence begets violence, that sort of thing. That's really what the whole thing is about. But it was handled in such a way, like because everything in the movie is explained to you. Everything in the movie is like laid out. There's no subtext. There's like no subtext in the film. Like, that's I think the biggest complaint is like visually, it's not even like it's fine. But it's like the subtext in the movie is completely laid out for you. Like, you don't have to stop and think about this at all. Like, for a person who was really trying to like say like I loved the book, it's been with me my entire life, and then he wanted to make it his own. I'm like, okay, like Guillermo could do that shit, but it's like you literally took the monster out of a monster movie. Okay, that's what I'm going to say about that. That's what bothered me about it. It was kind of like, it was not. It goes to show you that, like, I'm Guillermo is a really passionate, talented guy, but like, again, I think he's been floating on a few things for quite some time. And I think that's kind of like let it get to his head and like kind of, take him out of where he needs to be. And then Netflix is dropping like the $200 million or whatever on the movie, putting it in IMAX. Like, oh, whatever. All right. Garrick for for $5. Thank you, buddy. What do you think of Del Toro and Vince Gilligan's anti-AI comments? Obviously you guys know I'm pro AI. But I've been thinking a lot about it, right? A lot about why these guys are saying this, right? Why they come out and say the things that they say about it. And what it boils down to is it's not about the technology. It's really not about the technology. Del Toro and Vince Gilligan and anyone out there in Hollywood who's anti-AI, they like technology. Technology has benefited them in their careers. It's made things faster. It has made things better. It has made things more complete. It has made things easier. It has benefited them in many, many, many ways. But the thing about this is that they feel threatened by it. And that's what a lot of people feel threatened by. Because a lot of it is kind of like someone who spends their whole life building up to a certain point. It's not even really about the craft. Okay, we have to understand that. It's not even about the craft. In many ways, it has a lot to do with the position that they have been afforded the ability to be in. So it is very much another reason why we look at politicians and we're like, will you just fucking retire? Like, why are you still in the game? Because they've built a career to get to that point. They do have certain insight. They have certain knowledge. They are two financiers. They are able to put a return on investment. They have shown that they will be compliant, that they will, they make the work that they want to make, but that work is shown to be profitable and popular. So it puts them in a category above 99% of people trying to get into the industry. And the thing with AI is that it is the great democratizer because anyone can do it, right? Anyone can do it. Anyone, and then, but you get these people now that are like the antis that are just like, you can right now, not to the extent that you could, showcase something, with that you could do with AI. You can't do that on your own. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way, to have something that's very effects driven be done on your own on a shoestring budget, but with AI, it's going to allow that to happen. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be good. We have to always keep that in mind. But that's the whole thing. This is not like, this isn't fear of theft. Okay, we need to get that out of our minds. This idea here that people are like, oh, it was trained on all this data. None of that really matters at the end of the day. It really doesn't matter. It's people want jobs and they want to be compensated for their time and for their work, and that 100% I support. But I think you should focus on the fact of like using the technology to better enhance your work, because it is, kind of like Prometheus giving fire to the people, right? Like it does kind of remove the power from those who wield it and democratizes it. And I think that's a big factor. There are definitely things that need to be addressed when it comes to artificial intelligence, obviously. There are, like regulations, there are privacy issues that need to be addressed. There is the amount of energy consumption, there are all of these things. But it's not like the companies involved aren't working on it. And it's not like they're not already making smaller chips and GPUs to be able to like better handle higher output at a fraction of the electronic cost. Right? The way you have to look at it is like we're in more or less like the new industrial revolution. And that's where but it's supercharged with like information and technology and things like that. That's where we are. And so we're seeing like ad dollars again, going back to the Gilligan and Guillermo. If you look at like how ad dollars pushes the industry, ad dollars have shifted more to social rather than like broadcast. So you have these influencers that are able to make content on the fly, make content that is more engaging, make content that is able to reach a larger audience faster and sometimes better than what people in the industry can put out. And we've seen, like, since COVID and other elements, areas like that, we've seen that particular trajectory shift towards it. Now, I'm not saying that it's great. I'm not saying that it's, like, wonderful. A lot of the stuff is slop, let's be fair. But people like trash. People like trashy things. Okay? They're never going to not like trashy things. We have to just keep that in mind. They're never not going to like them. And so that's where we are with this, is that you have a bunch of people who have held the power, who are now looking at it as going like, oh, maybe not anymore, right? Right? Like Guillermo del Toro won Best Picture in 2018 for Shape of Water, and yet Frankenstein was a Netflix movie? You're telling me he couldn't get the financing to have a wide release for Frankenstein? What does that tell you about the clout he has, right? Could it be that Crimson Peak and Nightmare Alley both kind of came and went, right? Even his animated Pinocchio film went to Netflix. I've got the 4K of it. You know, I bought it through the Criterion Collection. But he has minimized his own reach in recent years. Why is that? Because the shifting of the tides of where everything is. And then also, I will say this before I move on, because I've been on this for a little bit. I think Guillermo, specifically Guillermo, crashed out after Hideo Kojima came out in support of AI being used. And I think that's what happened with that one there. But we got special guests joining us. We got little movie perp. What up?
Hey,
how's it going, man?
Good. How you doing, Jarbo? Hello, chat.
Just getting over a cold.
Oh,
it's been a slow week at work, and I've not been feeling well, so it's kind of done both things, you know.
So what are you doing? Watching movies or something?
I've been actually playing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy. Cancel me, chat. I've been playing Harry Potter.
What house are you in?
I'm in Gryffindor. I'm straight up like, you know,
loser.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm Gryffindor.
Slytherin, motherfucker.
I thought about it because it's so funny. Because
I'm going Slytherin.
The game, like you can, like they'll ask you questions and then they'll suggest a house, and then you're like, fuck that, I want to be in the house of my choice.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to just like choose. The game is like,
but you don't answer. You don't like. You could answer. You could more or less guess by answering what you're gonna get.
You can pretty much. I think it put me in like Ravenclaw, and I was all like, "Fuck that!"
Like,
noise.
Oh, are you seeking power? Gee, I wonder what they're gonna put you in.
Yeah, more or less. Like, are you brave Gryffindor? Are you a bitch Slytherin? It's just
not bitch Slytherin. It's awesome and powerful.
It's bitch Hufflepuff. How about that?
Do you want to look into the dark arts? What the professors won't teach you? Slytherin.
I guess. I mean, if you want power, if you want fame, and you know, whatever. I get all that, right? Yeah. So no, but I've been meaning to watch more stuff. I watched Frankenstein the other day.
I got to see that.
Oh, I called it mid, but I have a lot of complaints about the story. But we can talk about that once you see it, because I don't want to spoil anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's
so no Badlands for Jarbo.
No, I want to. It's my theaters out here are not showing films past like 8:30, and I got the kids. You know, so they go to sleep, and it's like, you know, it's hard. If they had like a 10 o'clock show, it'd be like, yeah, I can go see a 10 o'clock show. I still have tomorrow off. They got school, so, but then my girlfriend's got a thing tomorrow night for work, so you know, it gets harder, man. The older you get, the harder it gets to get out. Especially when you're like, oh, I really want to go see, fucking Predator, but it's like, God, I'm also not feeling well. But yeah, no, there's been I saw today that Avatar Fire and Ash is 3 hours and 15 minutes.
What?
You stoked for that? 3 hours and 15 minutes, probably not including not including like the 25-minute fucking package
Yeah,
in front of it.
it's gonna be a 4-hour experience to go
Hell
see that
yeah.
thing.
Hell yeah.
God.
I got as soon as tickets go
I'll
on
wait
sale.
for reviews.
No,
I'll wait for that tomato score. I know that pisses people off.
Yeah, but you already know the tomato score is going to be good. Look at the last two tomatoes. Yes, it is. You know it's going to be good.
Okay, it needs to be above 80. Do you think
if the last two are above 80, this one's guaranteed to be above 80. It's not going to have that much of a quality drop. I'll say, well, because they shot 2 and 3 back to back.
Better than the last one. The last one kind of disappointed me a little bit.
Well, the last one was a soft reboot of the first movie.
It was okay. It had its moments. I liked it, but it's like compared to the first one.
Well, it's so funny about that is like, I was watching The Way of Water with my daughter actually a few weeks ago, and she's like, Dad, I love Avatar, and I'm like, you haven't even seen the whole thing. She's like, no, but I really, really love it. I'm so excited for the next movie, and I'm like, okay. She's like, are you gonna take me to go see it? And I'm all like, probably not, because it's gonna be close, over 3 hours long, and you're 8 years old. That's gonna be very difficult to put that on with an 8-year-old. But I mean, I'm still excited to go see it. But I feel like more people have come around to what Avatar is.
That means it's going to bomb?
No, I don't think so. Because I said that 2 years ago.
Do you think it's going to do as well as the other ones? If more people come around.
I don't think it's going to do...
It's going to have the opposite effect in the box office.
I don't think it's going to get into the top 5 of all time. I do think it's going to cross 2 billion. But I don't think it's gonna get, because right now you got Avatar and Avatar: Way of Water are 1 and 3 of the highest grossing films of all time. So you've got all of that, and Titanic is like number 3, I think.
Cameron needs to put his balls on the table and make a rated R one. That have that be his closing before he hands it off to someone else.
I mean,
Avatar film.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Rational here says Avatar: Way of Water has a 76%. Okay.
Ooh, that wouldn't have passed my smell test for this new one.
Yeah. Hold on. Paralyzed here says, "Fuck, definitely not watching that, motherfucker." I know that you're lying. I said this, a couple years ago when the second movie came out. I'm all like, don't bet against Cameron and everything, and.
Now when it comes to the ocean stuff too, he loves that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this one, it's like the fire. It's like, is it enough? And then they're doing like the air and water again, like they're combining everything now.
Well, I have a feeling.
Hot air balloons now.
Yeah. Well, they're the different tribes.
They're bringing hot air. They're bringing hot air balloons to.
I know. It kind of feels like. If it's very. Elemental based, but he'll show us some cool shit, I think.
Yeah, I know he is. It's James Cameron. Who's gonna bet against James Cameron? I know I'm making fun of it. I'm having fun. I'm not betting against James Cameron. No one in the right mind should.
Spherical Man here says, I'll bet against some people will get tired of his crap. But what crap? Like, that's not even really that much of an argument. Like,
because even if it bombs, it's like a Furiosa thing. It's like him and George Miller have like a thing. They're going at it. It's like who could give the most bombastic, crazy ass action scene. I hope that's what's happening.
I mean, I would look at like, I don't know what he's going to do with it. I mean, what he's going to do with this one that's going to be radically different from the other ones. Cause we've already seen like the different types of, like machines that the RDA has. And we already know about like, the Banshees and the Taruk Makto and all of that. Like what I think is really cool. And it's totally a Member Berries throwback shit. Is in the trailer for the new one. If I recall, they showed Jake Sully going back and becoming the Taruk Makto.
I don't even know what that means. What is that?
The Taruk Makto is what he becomes at the end of the movie in the first film. He gets like the red Banshee or whatever it is in order to unite the clans.
He gets to ride the red bird.
Yeah, basically. But he had to give it up in the second movie. Yeah. So it's I don't know. Like I don't know. We'll see what I mean. I think. It should be interesting. When I was watching it again, I was really enjoying the dynamics of the different tribe of the water people, and like kind of like how that again fish out of water, because these movies they follow a very similar path. You got in this one you got Quaritch going over to the fire people, so he's gonna be the fish out of water for the fire people.
Fire.
Yes, he'll be the Frankenstein.
You think there's gonna be a Beavis and Butthead joke? Like one of the kids go fire, fire. That'd be awesome if Cameron did that.
That would
Like one of the little Sullys. Fire, fire. Just a little pipe becomes a little
I would be
pyromaniac.
I would be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. I actually here's the thing. I will say this. John Landau, James
Okay.
Cameron's producer, he passed away a
Okay.
while back, and I do wonder if that will have an impact on everything, because producers, like, they don't like a good.
I don't want to be
producer-
that guy, but Cameron's out of that age where I think a lot of people are passing in his life. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Well, yeah,
like one over the other.
yeah.
I don't know.
but at the same time, it's like a good producer and a good director, they can work well together.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
John Landau was the driving force.
There was
behind
definitely a hit when Tarantino lost that editor, right? Like his movies started like
yeah.
his movies stopped being like kind of fast and started like
Yeah,
coasting.
when she died, man, that was
They were
fucking trash. I was
coasting. His
I was
movies started
living in
coasting
LA
after that. What?
when that happened. When she died, Sally Menke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living in LA when that happened. That was like fucking
Hi,
tragic,
Sally.
dude.
All that Hi Sally stuff, sad. Yeah.
Yeah. And but no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's like, this is the whole thing. Like, it'd be like, what if Tarantino and Roger Avery came back together for like his last movie, right? Would Tarantino's ego allow him to bring in someone like Roger Avery to punch up some of the ideas that Tarantino has, because Tarantino's got all these ideas, all these grand ambitions, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and then but then you go back to Pulp Fiction and it just kind of was this like perfect, scenario, right? But I'm talking about the John Landau thing, because John Landau was also the producer behind Alita Battle Angel. Like, that was kind of like, he was the one overseeing that project, and he was the one that was trying to get Alita Battle Angel 2 off the ground. So without him,
All these nerds won't shut up about trying to get that other movie. I hate you guys. We have a Batgirl in a vault right now, and everyone's just like, "When's an Alita Battle Angel 2? Like, that's awesome. That needs to come out."
yeah,
Didn't that movie bomb?
it did. No, well, it did.
I love
It
Robert
did-
Rodriguez, but come on, guys.
it did just under. I think it did just around 400 million worldwide. I think that's
It
pretty
did-
good.
Oh yeah, that's fine, I guess.
And then because it was it opened up
People have
right
a weird thing for
before.
that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
it
I know.
opened up-
It's a good movie, but people have a weird thing for that movie.
well, I think in part it was in
'Cause
part
it's
because
just
of
a
the
good
culture.
movie.
Well, no, there was a culture war part of it as well,
Oh,
where
okay.
you had, at the time, this was in 2019. It opened, I think, in February of 2019 or like late January. But then a few weeks later was Captain Marvel, and
Oh.
Captain Marvel.
Oh,
compared to-
that's why. And
That
that
was
one
a
made
bi-
$1 billion, and
yeah.
everyone's mad. And then it's like, no, that's the real hero. Why doesn't the real hero win? We need a part 2. Joey just did it. He just did it. We need a part 2. He just did it.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
check.
People
Shout
want-
out, Joey.
People definitely would like to see more from that world, because I think there's like 3
We have
graphic
a Michael
novels.
Keaton Batman in a vault with a
Yeah,
bunch of scraps.
I would like to see that.
Me too.
I would like to see that, and
We need to see that.
and here's the thing: if David Ellison ends up getting Warner Brothers, which is what it's looking more
Who's
and more
that?
like, the guy who owns
Isn't
Paramount.
David Ellis the director of the Final Destination movies?
No,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, but the
Part
David
2 from 2 to 5 or some shit. David Ellis, and then is that his name? Never mind. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm talking about, well, David Ellison is the
Oh,
guy who
Ellison, yeah.
owns. Yeah, is the guy who owns.
We need a Dread 2.
Don't even get me started on that shit. But yes, we do need a Dread too.
They need to fix his
Um,
helmet. It's almost perfect. They just need to fix his helmet, and it'll be perfect. Helmet's
was
too
such-
bulky. It's too.
It was such a good movie, such a good fucking movie.
Yeah, it's a
but-
great movie.
Hold on here. I'm looking up the director, David R. Ellis. Yeah, directed.
Oh. Final Destination.
Oh wow, he also did Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, he did.
Fuck yeah, dude, I love that movie. Oh, I don't know. Well, you don't care about this, I don't think, but Arrow is releasing Snakes on a Plane 4K in January. Yeah.
When I saw that movie in theaters, there was a guy scream every time there was like a green POV of the snakes. There was a guy in my theater just screamed, "Snake vision, bitch!"
When
Each
I
time, every time, snake
So
vision, bitch.
I'm friends with an animatronics guy, and we were at Comic-Con back in 2005, and we were looking at like we were talking, and I'm like, hey man, what have you been working on, And he's showing me the Alien versus Predator, because he worked on AVP, and he helped design like the Predator's helmet, and then he also worked on like the Pralien baby at the end, and he's in the book and everything. And we're talking, and I'm like, hey man, what you been working on? He goes like, oh, I just got done shooting this movie with Sam Jackson. About an FBI agent that's on a plane and someone releases a whole bunch of snakes. And I just looked at him like, the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
And he's
From
like,
the director of Freddy vs. Jason, let's fucking go.
That wasn't the director of Freddy vs. Jason.
That wasn't Ronnie Yu?
No, Ronnie. No, it didn't.
Oh, it was David Ellis. You're right.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
What did Ronnie Yu do after Freddy vs.? He went back to China, didn't he?
Did he do like...
That motherfucker took our money and dipped. And he went to do some Jet Li fucking kung fu movies, that fucker.
Let's see, Ronnie.
Bring him back. You know what, Ronnie Yu, his American debut was Bride of Chucky. That's why that shit was so fucking good.
Dude, really? Pride of Chucky was solid. Yeah. He's 74 or 75 years old now.
Oh man, it's done.
Yeah, he did the Pride of Chucky and Freddy vs. Jason. Dude, Pride of Chucky was so fun.
And then he dipped. And then he was out of here. Why'd he do that?
No. He directed the 51st State.
Oh my god, that's right.
He was Sam Jackson.
Oh my god.
The 51st State came out before that. But no, 51st State was what it was called overseas. It was called something else here domestically. It was called film, it was released internationally as Formula 51.
Formula 51. Oh my
that
god.
was the one. Yeah, that was the one with
American name.
With Sam Jackson.
You remember Chill Factor?
Yeah, dude. Fucking what was it? That was Skeet, right? And
Skeet. And Cuba Gooding Jr. and they're in an ice cream truck with a bomb that they need to keep cold in an ice cream.
That came out right around the time as Chain Reaction, right? Remember Chain Reaction?
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good
bomb.
one.
I love Keanu. 90s Keanu. He has some great lines.
I know one ever talks about Chain Reaction.
Looks like your invention's got a mind of its own.
I mean, really, if you think about it, no one ever brings up Chain Reaction.
No, because that was like in Independence Day. That was like squeezed in between like Twister and ID4 in 96, I think. That was Andrew Davis, right? Fucking after Fugitive.
The guy who did The Fugitive did
did Chain Reaction, yeah.
Dude, because The Fugitive is so fucking good.
Dude, Andrew Davis was the shit. He also did Under Siege, and then he did that fucking sexy thriller. He did one of the good ones, Perfect Murder, Michael Douglas one.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. Diane Lane.
Yeah. And then he did Collateral.
Wait, which Collateral?
Schwarzenegger.
Oh, you mean Collateral Damage?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah, he's 78 years.
Mann.
Yeah. Well, Jesus. I still can't believe that they had Jason Statham. They got Statham for a cameo in Collateral.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's a transporter.
And he's a transporter in it too. Like, I just found that out. I mean, I didn't know like the story behind it, and then this is like apparently, it's like that actually is meant to be in the same world, and I'm like, oh, dude, fuck yeah. Let's see.
Dude, the transporter would kick the shit out of Tom Cruise's character. That dude was like flipping all over the place. He was like jet ski, like over a bus. Like the Tom Cruise's character was so tactical, like it's too realistic. I don't even know how those two worlds, like, I feel like the transporter would just like fly away and just knee him, come down with a knee. Like, I don't know.
Interesting to see. Okay, so Andrew Davis did Code of Silence with Chuck Norris. That was one that I remember seeing that one.
Did he do Above the Law? Or
he did Above the Law.
Yeah.
And Above the Law was that was, well, it's so funny. I got to go back and watch that one again because that was never my favorite debut. Because back in that time period, because you had like Above the Law, Hard to Kill, Marked for Death. Yeah. And then there was another one that he did. It might before Under, maybe on
something called Out for Justice. I don't know.
Oh, it was Out for it was Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, Out for Justice, Above the Law.
Oh, I guess that. Damn.
And those were like the first kind of like, cadre
Under Siege was like the one that I got into. Where I was like,
Under Siege is classic, dude.
yeah.
Fucking classic.
And then Under Siege 2 was his like blockbuster, where that was like, okay, now he's in the level of like Van Damme and all the other guys.
You know what? I mean, I'm not going to disagree on that one. Like, I enjoy Under Siege 2 quite a bit.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like, you got a young ass Morris Chestnut in that movie. But it's like, it just had Katherine Heigl was in it, and it just seemed like it took the concept of Die Hard and just put it on a train. I'm like, all right, I actually, back in 2008, there was Ain't It Cool News was doing this competition. It was I think they were giving away like, there was a book someone wrote about Steven Seagal, I think, and they're doing like this fan film competition thing for it. So I did this behind the scenes making of a movie called Solarized. And it's basically like, I'm like, Die Hard is, Under Siege was Die Hard in, on a battleship. Under Siege 2 is Die Hard in a train. This is Die Hard in an office building. That was my joke.
Die Hard in an office building?
Yeah, because Die Hard.
Why not in a submarine?
No, but that was
claustrophobic.
The joke was that
I'm sure there is a Die Hard in an office building. Man.
Yeah, it's Die Hard. Yes.
No, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, now
that was the joke. That was the whole joke, was just that it was like,
nowadays it's the Raid. It's the Raid in.
Oh yeah. Well, Dread.
The Raid is the
new.
Same. The Raid is the new Die Hard.
Wow, man, this guy fucking had a good filmography here.
Andrew, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, The Fugitive is so good.
Fugitive got nominated for Best Picture. That's how good it was.
Let's see here. But he also did Holes.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was a good one. And then he did The Guardian. The Shia, yeah, and then he did Collateral Damage. I still like that movie. It's just it got so fucked by 9/11. It got so fucked by 9/11.
I thought the movie didn't have any action scenes. It's kind of like weird that Arnold Schwarzenegger's trying to do like a thriller without any thrills. It was weird. It's like, just do the mow people down shit. Like, stop pretending to be real.
No, but the whole line of like collateral damage, I'll give you some fucking collateral damage.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, it's like, it always goes like that. It's like, I'm going to be serious. And then he's throwing an axe at a motorcycle. It's like, all right. It's like, what? You have to wait like 90 minutes to get to that. It's like, you should just know what you are from the very beginning,
It was definitely more like, I think it was a bit kind of like the movie Eraser.
Eraser knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's so dumb. Oh my God.
He has an Uzi against like a gator and shit. Did you ever see the sequel?
No, I never watched. They just did a reboot.
Yeah,
a couple years ago. I did not watch it.
Yeah, I did. It was good. There's a hippo in it. Because like I love that's going to be the franchise. It's like, it's a random action scene of like guy that needs to erase someone, but there's going to be a crazy animal scene in the middle of this movie. I love that. That's the staple of that franchise.
I will
crazy animal scene in the middle of the movie.
That's one I wouldn't mind giving a watch then.
That is awesome.
I enjoy some of those. Like, did you ever see Blackjack? I
love that John Woo TV movie.
Yeah. I remember when that came out. I rented it from Hollywood Video.
That is the craziest concept where like the good guy, he gets like flat for the chat. He gets flash banged during a protection fight shootout thing. There's like a flashbang, and then suddenly he has a phobia against seeing the color white. Dude, and nowadays you should do that. That premise could get a lot of controversy going.
Oh yeah.
I can't see white. And then he has a fight with it's a serial killer that's going after a model, and he has to protect her. And then they have a fight in a milk factory.
Yeah.
Just so happens to have a fight in a milk factory.
What's funny about that is that it was Dolph Lundgren, and it was meant to be a TV show.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I remember when that came out, I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, because of Face Off, and I'd seen Face Off so many times, and Broken Arrow, and Hard Target and everything.
He did another one too. John Woo was like getting courted like crazy. He did Once a Thief, and it was like he did a pilot called Once a Thief based on one of his Hong Kong movies, like loosely based. It's like three like a couple, like a triplet. Not they're not related, but they're like thieves that have a relationship and all this shit. And it was supposed to be a show, and they just released a pilot movie when it didn't go anywhere. And then John Woo again, 2004, they went to him for some fucking reason. They went to John Woo, okay, get this, in 2004 to do a Lost in Space reboot. And they shot a pilot episode that you guys could see right now on YouTube that never made it anywhere. John Woo has a Lost in Space. For
Wow.
some fucking reason, Hollywood, you know, and I'm always like, everyone calls me the Hollywood show because I'm always like backing up. I was like, oh, it makes sense. It makes sense. Some reason, Hollywood started giving that guy sci-fi movies for some fucking reason in like sci-fi shows. It's like he's the action dude. And for some reason, they're just like, I guess
I don't-
the Matrix.
well,
There's like Matrix had shootouts. Give him a sci-fi show.
Well, no, what did he do? Because he did after Mission Impossible 2. I think the next movie he did was Wind Talkers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that
Wind
was like,
Talkers.
so that wasn't sci-fi. That was just straight up like World
Yeah,
War
but then
II.
Paycheck, and then Lost in Space. What the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, Paycheck. I liked Paycheck.
Why are you giving him sci-fi movies?
I don't know. Well, I will say. Well, see, Paycheck opened on Christmas Day 2003. It opened alongside Peter Pan. We got both movies at the drive-in. So that
Paycheck was
Christmas
a good-
out.
Paycheck had a good car chase. I get like the
It
motorcycle.
had,
chase
a
was
fun
amazing.
premise. It had a fun premise. You know, it wasn't like the greatest thing. Everyone had a fun premise. You know, did you see Silent
I'll never
Night?
knock a John Woo movie. What?
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah.
Silent Night?
Yeah, dude, I saw that opening night. That was like a fucking event for me. I dressed up.
Dude,
in my
I
fucking
was the-
tuxedo for that shit.
I was the only person in the theater watching it. I saw a double feature of Godzilla -1 and Silent Night.
I fucking made my girlfriend dress up, and I got my new fucking Jordans that I never wore and everything. It's like I went because that was a John Woo movie in a theater, and I grew up. John Woo was probably the second director I learned of. Like I learned Steven Spielberg, first director, and then John Woo. I was so into that guy in the night, like when I growing up.
Oh yeah, no, I was really excited when I heard about Silent Night, and I was like, okay,
Me
this sounds
too.
pretty interesting. And you know,
it was,
I'm
like-
also,
it was okay.
it was
like,
okay.
alright.
I think what got me was just like the shit at the very end of the movie. When
that was
like
hilarious.
that like with the chick and she's like just like the way that they shot her shootout
Oh.
with the girlfriend.
Yeah, they took her out too easily.
And then you got like Kid Cudi shows up and like
Yeah, Kid Cudi did the coolest move in the whole fucking movie.
yeah, he was pretty dope. He was pretty solid. And then it just kind of like I get why it ended and then like I liked, I kind of
No,
like what
the part where my girlfriend started fucking laughing when they showed the flashbacks in the balloon, and like they're showing also like the kid, like if he grew up, like they just have one shot if the kid did not get shot and he's graduating high school, and it's just one shot of that. It's very weird, very bizarre, but that's very woo.
it was. Yeah, but I'll tell you what I really enjoyed though. I enjoyed the journey of Kinnaman, like
He's
training
awesome.
himself.
Yeah,
And then the scene when he first kills the first guy, he
Yeah.
fucking Ralphs because he's like not a killer, like he's
yeah, that was cool.
and then just everything else in the process I thought was pretty dope. Once it got to the end of the film, like all right. And then he remade The Killer, but I didn't see that one.
I did, and it's fucking wild. It's like a
Like
French
Good
romance.
Wild or yeah, it's
No,
got the-
it's not. It's way more like it has this aloof romantic comedy vibe to it, which is weird. I love the first Killer, but the first Killer had such a unique vibe that when it got distributed in America, they were marketing it as a thriller comedy, like a comedy, because it
Weird.
was just so bizarre. Because it's a very weird, like the melodrama in it and like the subject matter. And I guess the dubbing too, it helps sell. Like, yeah, let's sell this as a comedy. And now he really did a comedy, like as
Well,
the thing. It's very weird.
I mean, didn't Jackie Chan have a lot of the same problems?
well,
you know,
his
'cause
shit was always deliberately a comedy.
Well,
The Killer was not supposed to be a comedy. It's supposed
No.
to be a melodrama.
Well, I mean, I would argue that like Rumble in the Bronx was definitely not a comedy. But like
yeah, this is most serious compared to
But
the other
then-
ones.
but
But it had
I don't know.
comedy in it.
It had comedy in it, but then you get
Like
like
the uncle, it still had the fucking uncle shit.
yeah.
Uncle-
Well, then I remember what was it, Mr. Nice Guy, right? Like
my,
that
my
one.
grandma, rest in peace, loved that movie.
That movie was like I saw that opening day because anytime Jackie Chan had a film come into theaters, I was
Yeah.
like right there,
Uh,
and it was
that-
a lot of fun to watch.
It was. It just not like that movie's. It's like the Hong Kong stuff. You could really tell. Like it feels a little small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that movie felt like 60 minutes. I remember it's like
Well, the
like
ending
3
makes
scenes.
no fucking sense. Like the chick, the chef chick or whatever, the one that
Yeah.
he gets like she's
oh
got
yeah,
like
the camera stuff. Like all the camera stuff was hilarious. Like
Well-
the tape, the footage. I remember laughing at how they filmed that part.
but
They
it
didn't give
got
a
it cracked me up though because like just the ending of it had like no conclusion for her character. It was just like over,
Who cares?
Well, I mean,
It's Jackie. He got. To
I
kick
get it.
people in the
Yeah,
face.
no, I get
That's
it.
like
But then
their
you got stuff like Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights, which I really enjoyed.
sure,
The Rush Hour movies I thought were really good.
sure.
You
You
know,
know,
so, I
Jackie
mean,
Chan. You know, there was an attempt to try to get him in America before, called this movie called The Protector with Danny Aiello.
oh really?
Yeah, and it came out in 1985, and it bombed. And then Jackie Chan went back to.
Well, what about when
he did
Jackie
another-
Chan played
Oh, he did
played,
another one called The Big
played-
Brawl. That's the one I saw. Another American.
Oh,
one.
there's another
he-
one that he did too that he played a Japanese guy in.
Which one? Which
Cannonball
one's that?
Run.
Oh, Cannonball Run. Yeah, I never saw
Cannonball
those.
Run.
That's why. I
Oh
skipped
my
those.
fuck, dude! Cannonball Run is so goddamn good.
I know. I need to watch all those car chase movies from the 70s. I've only seen Gone in 60 Seconds, Crazy Larry. No, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. That's it.
You saw the
Grand
original.
Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto.
You saw the original Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, the 45.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's worth it to ever go back to it. Like the Dominic Senna version, I thought was great.
I appreciate that it actually you could see a lot of the setting and the time period. Like there's a lot of footage of people just hanging out. You know.
Yeah, because
in
they
the
were all real
70s.
people.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
yeah.
all real people.
You could see the streets and like the real people how they're dressed, and it's like I see Gone in 60 Seconds more as a documentary in many ways. Where I'm
I
like,
guess.
oh, I'm gonna see how this LA streets look at the 70s. You look at the original Gone in 60 Seconds.
But it's like but it's like there was such a thing about that time period though. Like you know, going back to like the remake or whatever you want to call it from 2000. Like I remember, I went back up to Portland to watch my high school class graduate because I was living in San Diego at the time. And the day before I left, my best friend and I, we went to we saw Gone in 60 Seconds in the theater. And I was like, holy fuck, dude, this movie's so goddamn good. Like it's so much fun.
I thought it was so good until the final car chase was so disappointing because it's supposed to like this is Jerry Bruckheimer supposed to like doing a remake on a car chase movie that was 45 minutes, and you give us that. And you're Jerry Bruckheimer in 2000, like decades
I
later.
mean, but outside of that, you had a great.
No, outside of
cast
that,
characters.
it was fun. It was fun as shit. The music was great. Yeah.
Well, because what I love too about that is Dominic Senna followed that up with Swordfish.
Yeah.
And I recently got that on 4K.
Well, before
love that movie.
Dominic Senna was fucking awesome with California. Like he did like California was so fucking good.
Just
that
for those
Dominic Senna disappeared. Like,
if you don't know what that one is,
holy
that's California with a K.
Yeah.
It's the one with Brad Pitt, Juliette Lewis, and David Duchovny, and it's a fucking crazy film.
That's one where like you could I would show to like, let's say anyone like, you know, has very like, likes to see conservative leaning media. I would give California, it's like, hey, you want to see a liberal fucking like learn it the hard way about like shit, like give them California.
No, that movie was like, who was the chick in that movie? Not Juliette Lewis, the other one.
It was the wife from Heat. Like she did so great in that movie, and she ended up being in Heat. Remember, she was the wife, Al Pacino's wife. I forget.
Yeah, I forget her name, but she was in a bit of stuff back then.
Yeah,
but I mean, the fact that California is a story like they're researching serial killers.
Yeah,
and they're driving across country, and they,
like
you know,
this guy that doesn't believe in the death penalty, and he's like, oh
man, well, but I do feel like California was made as a response to natural born killers.
Maybe I don't know if there's a response. I think like sometimes it was in the zeitgeist. Like a lot of productions and studios were into like serial killer stuff was coming up with probably what was happening in real life with Jeffrey Dahmer too, like him being found out.
Oh yeah. Well, this is a long shot. Have you ever seen Curdled?
Yes, Curdled is the one of the cleaning lady, right?
Yes.
The cleaning lady that has she's cleaning up into the serial killers in the house.
Daniel Baldwin.
Yeah, I saw the short film too.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was a short film.
Yeah, it was based off a short film. Quentin Tarantino loved it. Loved the short film.
Because I remember they just put it at, I forget who, some boutique label is putting it out, or has just put it out on 4K. And I'm
Whatever happened to Rolling Thunder? They were the ones that introduced me to that shit. Remember Tarantino Rolling Thunder or whatever? He did like Chungking Express. He did Curdled.
Yeah. I remember like there was a time in the late 90s where there was like there was a series of films that came out, like the Tarantino Presents.
Yeah. And he brought out Iron Monkey and shit.
Dude, is that how I saw Iron Monkey?
Yeah, he brought that out in the late 2000s.
Yeah, because I remember after fucking Matrix came out, like I went to Hollywood Video.
Not late 2000s, sorry, early 2000s. Yeah.
Well, no, because I saw Iron Monkey in 1999, definitely, because I would have been, I rented it from Hollywood Video, and that would have been in Oregon. I remember renting it and then like going like, Master Wu Bing, like the guy who did the fight scenes in the Matrix, and like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, And then, but the thing is, I was like, I haven't ever gone back and watched it again. And I saw some clips of it floating around, and I'm all like, did I see the same movie? Because I don't remember it looking like this.
There's several like Iron Monkey thing,
Oh,
and
maybe
he
I
did a
saw the
whole
wrong
thing.
one.
Yeah, yeah. Like what was crazy that the Matrix inspired. Like my favorite like bad movie where it's like it's not a good movie, but it's a movie. It's The Musketeer. Remember when like they were doing like
Oh my God, yes.
I think it's Alex Proyas. Is it Alex Proyas?
Was it? Did
No,
he do?
no, it's not Alex Proyas. It's the guy that did Sudden Death. Fuck, who's that guy? And he's a cinematographer.
Oh, you're talking about like Van Damme sudden death?
Yes.
Die Hard in a fucking hockey rink.
Yeah, and Time Cop. That director. Who's the director of that? He did that Musketeer movie with Tim Roth.
Okay, because I remember.
And they're doing all the fucking Hong Kong like wire work.
Peter Hyams.
Yeah. His son's an awesome director too. Believe it or not.
Oh really?
John Hyams did the two best fucking Universal Soldier movies I've ever seen in my life. Day of Reckoning and Resurgence, and then he did that COVID movie, Sick. That teen slasher movie written by Kevin Williamson.
Yeah.
Sick.
Okay. Yeah. Was Sick good?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Okay.
It felt a little dated. I wish that movie came out like right as COVID happened. That would have been awesome. Which is impossible.
Okay, so I'm looking at Peter Hyams' directography, his filmography. He did
he's a cinematographer.
Dude, yeah, but he did fucking The Presidio.
I don't know what that is.
With Sean Connery and with Mark Harmon.
No, I never saw it.
Dude.
I love
There's
Mark
a
Harmon.
scene. There's a fucking scene in The Presidio, and it's just Sean Connery fucking dudes up with his thumb, just his thumb.
Really?
Like, no, because
I'll watch that.
Dude, just like look up the Presidio thumb scene on YouTube. It was it's he also did the cinematography. Wow, so he was a director and the cinematographer of that one.
Yeah.
Then he did the John Ritter.
And he did he did Relic too.
No. Here's a deeper cut. He did 1992's Stay Tuned.
Oh, I love that movie.
That movie's fucked up, man.
I love it.
It's good. It's got John Ritter and Pam Dauber in it, Jeffrey Jones, Eugene Levy. If for those of you who don't know, it's like husband and wife get sucked into.
Let me get my vape real quick. Tell them about
it. It's the plot of the movie is basically.
Stop me up. That shit was fucking awesome.
Well, I didn't even hear you're doing all that one, but the Stay Tuned is basically like the devil. I think it's basically the devil played by Jeffrey Jones. Puts a satellite dish in the back of, or like makes a deal with like John Ritter and his wife, basically for their souls, and like they end up getting sucked into the TV. Swordfish is free on YouTube's film section. I got the 4K, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Swordfish is so much fun. Let me double check the plot line of this movie. So it follows a suburban couple who are sucked into a television world by an emissary of hell, and they must survive for 24 hours in order to be released from it. And the movie had a budget of 15 to 20 million and only grossed $12 million. And I'll tell you, I was one of those 12 million fucking people.
Stay Tuned was awesome.
I'm
reading this Elvira comic where it literally took from Stay Tuned, where she gets this remote and she's just going to all like her like she goes to Psycho, she goes to Videodrome, she goes to like Shining. She's like living in the world and affecting the movies. It's cool. It literally stole from like Stay Tuned. It's awesome.
I like all that kind of stuff. But dude, he did Stay Tuned, and then he did Time Cop, then Sudden Death, then The Relic, then End of Days, then
He had a run, bro, and now his son's on a run.
That's a fucking run, yeah. But then he also did he did A Sound of Thunder.
Yeah, that's the one that kind of
that
combo breaker.
Well, kind of, but that was the one that I remember they were promoting that pretty heavily at Comic-Con. They had a panel for it at Comic-Con. And it looked interesting. And then like I finally saw it when it came out, and it was not great. And then he did Beyond a Reasonable Doubt with Michael Douglas, and okay.
I don't remember.
And then he did Universal Soldier Regeneration.
He produced it. I don't think he did it.
Oh no,
he might have shot it.
No, he directed. He was the DOP of it.
Yeah, he shot it. He shot it for his son, which was awesome.
Okay, and you said his son has done
those Universal Soldier movies are legit, dude. The Day of Reckoning is a fucking David Lynch movie. It's like he did it. His take was like the whole mind manipulation shit, and he treated it like the atmosphere, like this like weirdo horror film. It's fucking awesome with Scott
Crazy.
Adkins. Yeah, it's awesome.
Dude, what is
I
up
highly
with Scott?
recommend it.
Okay, so okay, John Hyams. Okay, so he
Yeah,
did
John.
Regeneration and Day of Reckoning.
Yep, Day of Reckoning is the one that he goes fucking Lynchian with it. It's awesome. I love that one.
Okay. Now,
10 out
okay,
of 10
so
for that
they did, what is it? They did Universal Soldier, which was great.
one. Mhm.
Then they did, what is this one here? Universal Soldier 2 Brothers in Arms. That's
Wait,
oh,
who
that
did
was
one?
that was a Canadian made for TV film.
That's another universe. That has nothing to do with the ones I'm talking about.
No, I know, but the Brothers in Arms also stars Gary Busey.
Oh my god, Gary Busey's in the universe. I gotta see that. I hope
And
he's
then
shirtless.
it was, and then they
I hope
did
he just rips out his shirt. I'm the Universal Soldier, and he's just running
Well,
around saying that line over and over.
they did Universal Soldier 3. Again, it's a made for TV movie, and they
There
got
was one with wasn't it one with not Robin Show. There was one with the Dragon Wilson, I think. There was like a
what, Don Dragon Wilson was in it?
I think there was a Universal Soldier straight to movie because that got all messed up before Van Damme came back for Return. There was like a bunch of like different versions. That's why I'm very specific. It's like, no, watch Day of Reckoning and Resurgence. Those are the good ones. They're like the best. They're better than the original, in my opinion.
Really? That's kind of, I mean, that's kind of saying.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact
that amazing. They're great.
What do they got here? It's I'll have to check those out because I did see the Universal Soldier, the sequel, The Return in 1999
with Bill Goldberg. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was all right.
Yeah.
It's
I like the beginning chase. There was a jet ski in a swamp chase.
Oh yeah,
we
I remember
need one
that.
jet ski in a swamp chase. We haven't seen enough of those.
But then I remember when they did the Universal Soldier Regeneration, and then I never know that they did a sequel or they did a fourth one.
Resurgence is really good too. That has a crazy like one-shotter. One of those one-shots that became popular later on. It has one of those.
Wow. They got fucking Jean-Claude and Dolph Lundgren in both of those.
And it's like they're playing it straight too. It's not campy. It's like fucking Jean-Claude is like a zombie when he goes like killer mode. He's just like walking around like this and fucking murking people with a knife.
Dude, it had an $8 million budget.
It's awesome.
For Day of Reckoning, an $8 million budget for that.
It is awesome. It is awesome. I'm gonna find the trailer. I'm gonna find the trailer for you.
Yeah. Send me, link it over to me, and I'll bring it up. I'll watch it. Let's see. Regeneration. What was that budget on that one? $9 million for that one, but then it went to home video, so it would have made its money back on home video.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, for sure. I think so. And I don't know, Scott Adkins. I don't know how he feels about them. I know, like, I feel like I love them, and I feel like they get like legit like credit. It was like, yo, these are really good films, but I never hear anyone in the productions talk about it. It's very strange.
I mean, I don't know. It's entirely possible that so much stuff just gets made and so much stuff just gets out there that sometimes stuff just kind of falls through.
Yeah, maybe. Scott is going from one set to another. That's true.
Well, because I here's the thing. I know the name Scott Adkins. I've seen like stuff with him, but like I don't understand him, I guess, in a nutshell. Because it's like, here's this guy. I've seen him propped up. He clearly knows how to fight. He clearly knows how to like do stunt choreography.
Mm-hmm.
And like he seems like he's got the it factor. Like he could breach that. But then like nothing ever really happens that I see that's like great. You know what I mean? It's like maybe I'm just thinking about it the wrong way. I don't know. I just to be fair, that's not my universe though.
He needs that movie. I don't know.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. He's 49 years old. And like he's been in Expendables 2, Zero Dark 30, IP Man 4, John Wick Chapter 4.
Like Accident Man is doing really well for him, I think. Like that shows his charm, and he could do comedy. I think he needs to like do a comedy, you know?
Okay, he did. Okay, 2022 is the one I'm seeing here, but because also it's got fucking it's got Ray Stevenson.
I love Scott Adkins. He has like the best fucking wing like kick span in the game right now. That dude. His kicks are awesome. There's the trailer for Universal.
Yeah. Let me pop this up. All right.
You see how like fucking weird and different it is. You can see it's like a total like fucking perp movie.
Oh yeah. Well, no, you watch a lot of shit that
the weird. I like weird. The weirder the tone, different it is. the more I'll
Yeah,
probably like it.
all right.
Joker.
Let's see here. You're not on screen for some reason. I haven't fixed that
I don't care.
scene yet. Okay.
Who cares?
Some people.
Who
some
am
people
I?
care. Some people fucking care. Okay, here we go.
I could smoke now too.
Yeah. Good old Magnet.
My brothers, let's not forget the moment of sickness. Our thoughts interrupted by unfamiliar voices.
There's monsters in the house.
From this moment on,
It's like a horror movie.
you're no longer a slave to the government.
First 5 minutes is all POV. It's awesome.
From this moment on, your mind is your own. From this moment on, you will seek vengeance on your oppressors. Freedom is yours.
Your memories, they give you pain. I can release you from your pain. Would you like to be free from pain?
It's so fucking good.
Damn.
It's so
That-
fucking good. And it's weird. It's like the perfect tone for that. If you're messing with like soldiers' minds and memories and stuff, it's like the perfect tone. It's like, it's great.
Who and
Love
his dad shot that?
No, his dad shot the first one.
Oh,
The,
okay.
the,
That-
the one he did before that, Resurgence. And you could
Okay.
tell it has like this really cool, cold blue and white color scheme.
Yeah.
It's like that one looks way more direct to like streaming and digital. It looked way lower budget. Apparently had a higher budget. I don't know. It looked lower budget, but because the one he did before that, Resurgence, has like this crazy fucking like Jean-Claude versus a whole army at the end, and it's like cars like crashing, all this shit versus
Now-
Jean-Claude Van Damme is awesome.
I mean, like clearly this came out what 2012, so that was during like, like the kind of still the height of the DVD market.
Yeah, that's when I think the direct to streaming and DVD action films started like getting really good. Like you started seeing auteurs like coming out, like doing their thing. Like that Scott Adkins, like with that one specifically too. Universal Soldier was part of that. There's another one called The Channel, which is like this direct to. It's like this bank. It's people call it like low budget heat. Like the way this guy. It's a very low budget movie, and the way this guy filmed the shootouts is incredible. It's like Michael Mannish, but in a lower scale. It's really
Maybe
cool.
that is that one of the things that you think might be harming some of the industry these days is that like there's not an emphasis on the smaller films. That would be kind of like
no, that's
ground.
up to that is up to us. It is up to us. When we are the ambassadors, we have to be saying, "Yo, if we want a certain type of movie, that movie does exist. It probably exists in an indie market, not to the same degree of what we want it.
Yeah.
So like you press go for those movies, try to get people to watch it, and then Hollywood would notice, hey, look at that, because these movies are already getting bought out by Universal, just in a smaller. They're doing it through their smaller market shit. If they see like a huge tick on that, that's when they start putting stuff in theaters. It's up to the audience to tell Hollywood what they want to see by
No,
what
you're
they
not
want.
wrong. I mean, like, I remember, dude, like, 20 years ago almost, right?
Mhm.
I was reading like Ain't It Cool news like every day.
Mhm.
And I remember, dude, I learned about so many smaller, cooler movies
Mhm.
from Ain't It Cool. And I remember I remember when they dropped the trailer for Fido, fucking Billy Connolly zombie comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, I got to see this. And then like through reading Ain't It Cool, I found out that it's coming into San Diego. And I grabbed 3 of my buddies and we all went down there and we went to go see it. Same with like Let the Right One In. And like, that's how I saw Shaun of the Dead, was because they were doing a sneak preview screening of it that I learned about through Ain't It Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you don't get that nowadays. You just don't get it.
Well, it depends. You have to find it. Like I was able to get Shaun of the Dead like a year early because I read about it from Fangoria and I got it from England. Like I just got the DVD straight there, and it's like, oh, it came out in theater already, and it was like I already had it. I already had like a DVD. So I was into Fangoria, and that's how I learned about like Takashi Miike with Audition. That's how I learned about Ginger Snaps, which is one of my favorite movies in Canada. If you just find a magazine, or well, now it would be like a website, or find a channel that follows it, that they keep track of that because they love that shit. And that's what Fangoria is. They loved horror films, so they kept track of every horror film that was making waves all over the world, everywhere. There's an easy way to track what to look for and what was going to be huge later on too. Like I learned about The Ring like in 99, like during Blair Witch 98, and that shit, like the remake was 2002, and that's when J horror got huge. 2002.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I saw The Ring, a buddy of mine had got the DVD of it, and he was like, "Here, you got to see this fucking movie." And I went home and I'm like, all right. And at the time we had like a 65-inch big screen, like CRTV, right? It's fucking huge monster television. And my house was big. And so we had like nice surround sound and everything. And I could blare it at night and like no one else in the house would hear it, Like that's how weirdly spaced my old house was.
The Ring has such a great fucking soundtrack too. And
I sat there. Yeah, I just watched it in the dark. But I'll tell you, when they got me was, and I liked it a lot. I hated the sequel, and I've just never bothered to go back to anything else involving it. Because I also did not care for The Grudge. Yeah, I did not like The Grudge.
I like the original. I like the Ju-on stuff. I watched that early too. I was like in a huge J-horror in like the late 90s.
Yeah,
because of Audition and Ringu. And then that got me into Battle Royale. Like there was a period where it's like, dude, I didn't think Japan could make a bad movie. Dude, like in the early, I guess a lot of these fucking grifters are like that now. I was like that in the 90s, in the early 90s, because it's like everything we got was like a banger. Like I got like fucking, I got Ringu, and then I got fucking Audition, and then I got Battle Royale, and then I got Suicide Club, and I got it was like, holy shit, everything was just a banger. Everything.
Did you ever see, I'm sure the answer is yes. You saw Versus?
Yeah, that was a banger. I loved Versus. Yeah,
Versus
dude. Someone told me about that movie, and I was like, is that an anime? And they're like, dude, no, that's live action. I was like, no way someone did that live action. And
I was recently at Half Price Books, and I found the DVD of it for like $5.
Yeah.
And I'm not even the biggest fan. I don't like the ending to that movie. It's such a weird fucking film. But
like, man, that's a long ass movie too.
But I bought it for $5. Yeah, I bought it for $5. I'm like, I'm gonna give it a good home. Like I'm gonna give it a home. And then because that was around the time like my buddy recommended Versus, and then he's like, dude, have you ever heard of Battle Royale? So like he let me borrow his copy Battle Royale.
I went to the screening. They just re-released it in the theater for the 4K. And
it wasn't playing anywhere near me.
I went out of my way to see it because I was like, that's one of the ones that got me into this whole like watching foreign films and shit.
It came out the weekend I got back from my cruise, and I was like already fucking exhausted from that. I'm like, I'm not gonna drive to like, fucking 45, 50 miles northbound just to go see it. Mm-hmm. But, and that's the problem. Even nowadays, like the movies, my area is just shrinking in regards to what they show. But but Battle Royale was one that like, I was like, holy fuck, dude. We watched that a couple times. And then
that was awesome. My friends laughed at it when we first saw it. My friends were like, that, and I laughed at it too. Like you look cool. You look really cool. And then the kid dies. That was really funny. And I remember my friends laughing at it. And then I was like, but I said after the movie ended, like, dude, that was awesome. He's like, are you joking? That was awful. Like my friends hated Battle Royale. And I was like, oh man, I can't connect with anyone. Thank God that shit.
There was like among in my friend group at least, we were talking about what if they. No, I think there was rumors of them doing an American remake of it. There were like rumors, I think, floating around, and like we were like, who would they cast in it from the early 2000s?
Who would direct that? Dude, that movie had trouble getting distribution because of the Columbine shit. I didn't figure it's like, that's never happening. I figured that's never happening. It's always been like in this distribution weird thing. It wasn't until Hunger Games did its thing, then it was like, I guess we could have done it.
I mean, we could have done it, but I don't know if necessarily it would have been. It would have been.
Who would have directed that? You know who's
Who
you know who loves that movie? Tarantino.
Oh yeah, Tarantino would have been like all over that. I think
Tarantino might have directed that.
but who I think would have tackled it though, in like a Paul Verhoeven would be the one I think I want to see do it.
Damn.
And I say that because
those kids would have get fucked up, man. That guy
yeah.
fucks people up with them squibs. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, there's that, and it would have been the social commentary, like the meta commentary, all the shit that he would have that clearly gets added into that, and that's kind of what I'm hearing about the remake of The Running Man, is that
it's terrible.
No, I'm not. I haven't heard it's terrible. I've heard it's very Verhoeven-esque.
The trailer was like,
not every trailer. I mean, it's The Running Man. I don't. You're never going to be able to.
Yeah, the marketing's different from the movie. I wasn't impressed by the trailer.
I mean, and I love the fucking Running Man. Like, I fucking love that goddamn movie. It's, it's so goddamn
Christmas
good.
tree.
Here, Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
That's a wild movie.
The fact that movie exists, like, I remember when I first saw it. I saw it I think I saw it on like television.
Where did that director go? That guy should have been that guy should be a John McTiernan. What did he do after that? Exactly. It's like some foreign name, I think. Some foreign guy. Should be up my alley.
Paul Michael Glazer.
That is not a foreign name, and I apologize.
That's not a foreign. Yeah, no.
Not that it matters. I don't care.
He's 82 years old.
What did he do after that?
He did.
He did a kids movie. All those fuckers, they end up doing these fucking dog movies in the 90s and shit.
He did. He followed it up with The Cutting Edge, which is
damn, that's a classic too.
Yeah, that's the one with DB Sweeney, right?
Is that the baby in the? No, is that baby? That's Dirty Dancing.
It's Dirty Dancing. Yeah. Moira. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's the DB Sweeney and Moira Kelly. That was a good movie. Sure. I liked it. My cousins had the VHS of it, so I ended up watching it when I was over at their house.
So he doesn't need to do anything else after.
And then but then the motherfucker did The Air Up There with that 1994 American sports comedy with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, the basketball movie.
And then he did the.
I forgot about that in the 90s.
Dude,
the basketball movie.
The last movie he directed was Kazam, the Shaquille O'Neal movie.
That's what he gets for getting a basketball movie. Man, America was obsessed with basketball in the 90s. They got that Space Jam shit too.
But wait, wasn't he?
They got Sunset Park, Above the Rim. Do we have any basketball movies anymore?
Not like that. I think
fucking Japan. Once again, we got to look at Japan. They have those fucking crazy ass like battle royale like sports movies where it's like battle royale baseball. It's like life or death.
Oh well, dude. Oh, the guy. That's fucking Starsky from Starsky and Hutch.
Who is
Paul fucking Michael Glazer, the director of Running Man, is Starsky from Starsky and Hutch.
Cool.
Like
Michael Myers did The Last Starfighter.
So wait, what?
Michael Myers, the guy that played Michael Myers, directed The Last Starfighter.
One of the I'm friends with like the little brother of one of the guys that played Michael Myers in the first, like one of the actors.
Which one?
Moran, David Moran.
Little Michael?
No, not Little Michael. Let's see. I think David Moran.
Miracle Man said Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking 70s or 80s? It's not 90s, is it?
Tony Moran. It was Tony Moran. Was the actor.
Man. Never mind.
And yeah, Tony Moran. Okay. Yeah. He played the unmasked Michael Myers in Halloween. And his but his sister is Erin Moran, who played fucking Joni and Chachi from Happy Days.
I never watched Happy Days. I know about it though.
Well, yeah, but he's got a younger brother named John, and I wrote a short film that John was in.
Hell yeah!
Back in he lived in San Diego. And just so funny because John was like, I grew up in like writers' rooms and I grew up around Hollywood and I grew up with all this stuff. And then he dude, he put together a group of us back in like 2008, maybe. And what he wanted is he wanted to do like a doc, like a kind of a This Is Spinal Tap type documentary, right? Like a mockumentary about air guitar. Like about like an air guitar championship and like a guy who wants to be the world's best air guitar player. And
Cool.
like so he got us, no, literally brought in like 6 of us, and we went to his house, we watched this air guitar documentary and then like pitched a couple ideas, and then the whole thing just died after that.
Yeah, because there's already a documentary on it.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of like he wanted to make it a movie that was his thing, and I'm like, all right, like
What was his hook to it? There's already a documentary.
I
Gotta have a
forget
hook.
I think it was just like
And then the living dead come to life. That's the hook.
I think he wanted to
They
do
use
it.
their air guitar tactics.
Yeah.
to
No, I think what he
destroy
wanted was he
people.
wanted there to be like a cast of characters that were just zany as shit.
Like he should do it in a Star Wars universe where it's an air, whatever the instrument that they do in that little doo 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 doo. It's air that.
There we go. Yeah, Moss Eisley. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, Anthony here says we need a new Friday the 13th movie, and I'm going to say, do we really? Like,
What do you
I
mean
don't know.
we need to? I could do it.
Well,
Although I'm really excited about this new Betty Boop public domain slasher movie. Really excited.
is she in the public domain?
Oh yeah. In
Oh,
fact,
wow.
I pitched one last year. I was like, hey, we're gonna get that any minute now. We're gonna get a Betty Boop movie, and I wanted. And if we don't, I want to do it, and they did it. But now, because of that, I'm looking to the future, and the future is 2026. Someone better have a Pluto movie ready. Pluto, do it like Cujo.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Pluto Cujo.
So
Literally
okay.
just fucking rip off of Cujo. Literally rip it, just make it Pluto instead of Cujo.
Yeah,
And
that could
literally
work.
that's the title. Pluto instead of Cujo. That's the title.
with the same like type font, right? The same yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like there. Fuck it, do it. Might as well.
And you don't show them, but this is all happening in front of Mickey's house. That way you could have you don't show Mickey Mouse, so you don't get fucking sued. But you could show through the window.
You could show Steamboat Willie. You could do Steamboat Willie.
Oh right. And he's like, oh my god, what's going on back there? Yeah. And do like a rear window shit. But you don't show Minnie and Mickey.
What you got to do just for shits
Pluto,
and grins
not Cujo.
is
Cujo.
go back to the mid 90s remake of Cujo called Man's Best Friend and get some Ali Sheedy in it.
Anthony Beltran brings up a great point, but I want to counter. Public main domain character movies are usually pretty bad. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen everything from the Goldilocks, Blood and Porridge to Peter Pan, Neverland. And I gotta say, this Bambi one is legit really good. The new Bambi one that came out, I think, like a couple months ago. That's like the best one of the British, because there's different types. The Brits are killing us with our own public domain shit. Like they're fucking doing like a bunch. Like they're cranking this shit out, and it's like the same group too, because you see a lot of these actors in the same movies, and and some of them they're in the Pooh, Blood and Honey and shit. They're the ones doing Pooh, Blood and Honey. Those are like British people. Whatever.
See, I haven't seen any of them. I haven't.
Oh my god, Bambi's really good. That's
okay. Bambi looked good. It looked okay. The was it the Neverland Nightmare?
I'm grading it a curve, by the way. Keep in mind, I'm grading it a curve.
Well, it's kind of like
Bambi's good in these movies. Yeah,
it's in this realm. It's not like what you would put up against like
in the Tubi realm. Bambi's a masterpiece.
Okay,
yes.
well, Tubi's amazing. So there you go.
Yes.
Spherical Man's asking whatever happened to Popeye
I
the
saw
Slayer
that
Man.
one. That was a good one. Shiver Me Timbers was the best one, I think, because it went nuts. The girl put a fucking chainsaw. Is that the one where the girl? I think it's Shiver Me Timbers, the one where the girl puts a chainsaw in her hand, like fucking Ash, but it's like a huge fucking buzzsaw that's bigger than her. It's like wild.
Okay,
that happened to Popeye.
I mean, like, okay, might as well shit.
Yeah,
just
these movies never follow lore or anything either.
Well, because they really, I mean, they're just gonna do whatever they can with that. Like I was watching,
but the Bambi made me teary-eyed at the end. So it's like it did have that feeling of Bambi. It's like Bambi's supposed to be sad. It's like, you know what? These fucking filmmakers knew that, and they did their homework, and they try to make it a sad ending with a sad song, and I was like, okay, good job, guys. I like the Bambi movie. Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's something. Is it on? That one's not on Tubi yet, is it?
That's probably they do this. Who does this? It's either on Peacock. I think Peacock has all the. If you go to the
Okay.
horror section, they have a bunch of these fucking public domain movies. I think it's them. Who does
Okay.
Peacock? That's Universal.
Just Universal, yeah.
Yeah.
And those
Through
ones, I mean,
I-
those smaller,
INT or whatever.
those smaller ones are always kind of fun to find. You know, it's like I just remember, like, you know, one of the weirdest ones I saw was House of the Dead 2. Because House of the Dead, I'm don't that movie is so bad. But then they did the sequel, and it's a Canadian. It's a you know the director who did it was from Canada, and it's like
Hell yeah.
completely. And he tried to actually make like a legit movie out of
They
it. I
all
think.
do. They always do. Jarbo. That's their first fault.
Well, no, but it was better than House of the Dead 1. You know,
Was it?
House of the Dead 2 was a lot more fun.
Was it better than House of the Dead one?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Come on, man.
No, I'm serious. I'm
Do you
serious.
remember Trinity the Raver? Do you remember when
House
the
of-
girl? Yeah, in House of the Dead one. Remember when she goes in the lake, and then the other Raver goes Trinity, and she goes inside the lake too. Trinity, come back. That was
I
the
just
funniest part.
remember
This
the
is
line
funny as shit.
from that movie where like they're going like, oh, it's gonna rain, and the lady's like, well, you know, the forest isn't the only thing that's wet or something like. Some
There's a lot of
terrible-
really bad. There's another one where the guy literally says, "Hey, you did all this to be immortal. Why?" and then the guy goes to live forever. It's like,
but
good job, guys.
but
He's German. He was learning, right?
what was it on? I think Blargen showed me this, or someone showed me this. On archive.org, you can find the Uwe Boll director's commentary for House of the Dead, and he treats it like he just rips on it. It's so funny.
He's bitching most of the. I heard it. He's bitching most of the time about not getting Starbucks sponsorship. I really wanted Starbucks because I was gonna have Starbucks on set all day, and I would have Starbucks on set. They're like, why can we get sponsorship by Starbucks? No, whatever. Fuck you. Fuck Michael Bay. Fuck Paul Thomas Anderson.
No, it's
He
great.
just goes off, bro.
It's great.
Have you seen his Letterbox reviews? They're hilarious.
No, I did watch his last movie though. The oh god, what was it called? It was like First Shift or something.
Yeah, he had the Dark Knight one with Armie Hammer.
No, that one's coming. That one's coming.
Yeah.
But the First Shift one, I saw it when it came out, and I didn't hate it, but it had no plot because it was meant to be like part one of a
It
2-part
seemed like Training
story.
Day.
It was but it
Did
was
you
about
ever
like
see his Rampage movie? That shit was awesome, legit.
I have heard nothing but good things about Rampage.
I love Rampage. That's legit an awesome.
But I do
just
say
really-
I do say though that Postal is pretty good.
Yeah, I heard that. I
Postal
heard
was
that
fun.
goes extreme. Which
I
you need to
want,
do.
and this is just me as like this is what one thing I love to talk to him about is I emailed him once about trying to interview him about his gaming movies, but not like in a negative way. Like I'm legit curious. But when he did In the Name of the King, which was the Dungeon Siege film, that was supposed to be
I like that
4-hour.
movie too.
It was good. It was a $70 million movie. I think that was his biggest budget. But they had shot 4 hours, and it was going to be put out like a Kill Bill, like Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Hell yeah.
And then it
Did you ever see the sequels? I have the sequels on.
I never saw the
Blu-ray.
sequels. I never
I
saw
have-
the sequels.
with Dolph Lundgren and then the prison guy. I have them on Blu-ray.
Are they good? Did he direct those?
Yeah, he did both of
Okay.
them.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he's the kind of guy to do that shit. I still think it's really funny that when he
He was
went
like
and
4 movies a year at one point. Like he was like cranking them out.
yeah, well, yeah, didn't he kill the German film fund because he was like basically scamming everybody from what I understand? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care. You're not gonna get an interview if you talk about that.
No, obviously not. I don't care about that. Like, you know, I am glad that his movies exist.
Yeah, we got his movies. That's what matters.
Because you know which one I thought was actually pretty fun? Because Till Schweiger was in Far Cry.
Oh
Which was-
yeah, Far Cry, and he's like a drunk. That was awesome.
And it was basically completely
And
different
it-
from the game.
Yeah, and then he just fights a bunch of Prometheus guys.
Yeah. But I was like, all right, Till Schweiger,
Whatever.
you know, fighting people in Canada, got a speedboat, whatever the fuck, you know, like I always enjoy his movies. I think they're fun to watch. You know, it's like, what's it? I know Zach Ward. And so he was, you know, in Postal, and he was also Vampiric Billy the Kid in Blood Rain 2.
Hell
And
yeah.
it was just like, but then also Lindsay Hollister.
I love Blood Rain.
Did you
The-
ever watch his parody of Blood Rain, Blubberella?
No.
The chick who was in that one, her name is Lindsay Hollister. I met her through a mutual when I was in LA. And we're
Mhm.
still friends on Facebook. And I asked her once, I'm all like, so like, you know, like, why'd you do the movie? And she goes, because it
Why
bought me
not?
a house.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. She's
That's
like, it bought me a
awesome.
house.
I would have done the Blood Rain movies.
So, well, I think
All of them. I would have loved to get my throat
well,
slashed.
so here's the thing is Majesco. I think Majesco has Blood Rain. Blood
for the
Rain is
effect?
coming. No, Blood Rain's coming back. I think they're remastering like the first 3 games or something.
They already did. They did the first 2.
They did? Okay, because I mean,
Yeah.
if you could get Blood Rain
I played the first one, yeah.
back in the fucking, because that game was not bad. It was interesting.
Very weird, interesting controls, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
old
But
beat
I
and-
liked the idea of like hunting Nazis and like, you know, and
Sure.
then you're in like the
It
swamp
took
fighting.
the 3rd movie to get to the first game.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
The
the
fucking
3rd movie is
price-
when they first start like she's fighting Nazis. The first one was like fucking medieval fantasy. The second one
Oh,
was
yeah.
Western.
And
the third
Meatloaf with
one's
all the
Nazis.
hookers.
Yeah, great. Louis Bull's a genius. I'm telling you.
He, you know, I mean, like he kind of is. He
He's
kind of
ahead
is.
his time.
I think I remember like when I was reading about like
He
him
must
for the
be
first
so
time.
pissed that Tommy Wiseau's like fucking got all like kind of like award buzz just by being associated with the Disaster Artist. Tommy Wiseau got to do like all the award.
Well, yeah,
schmoozing.
and then have you watched anything? That
And Louis
he's
Bull
done?
must be like, "Fuck you."
I think so, but
you.
then the thing with Tommy Wiseau is likable.
Who would you
But-
cast? Who would you cast as Uwe Boll if you were going to do the Uwe Boll biopic, which needs to happen at some point? I mean, he boxed critics, for Christ's sake, so we obviously need a movie about that.
Who could do a great German accent? You know, I think I you know honestly,
Shave
based
his
upon-
head, get like chip his tooth.
You know what? I think he should play himself, a la Howard Stern in
No.
Private Parts.
I think the guy from Far Cry, Till Schweiger.
Till Schweiger, he could
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, he could do
He
it.
could do it. I think he's the age
Till
for it.
he's got a lot of range, and he's been around for a long time.
Did you ever see SLC Punk?
I was just thinking about SLC Punk. Yeah,
He
I was
was
just thinking about
amazing.
that.
He was amazing in SLC Punk.
I didn't care for the movie, but I thought he was good in it.
There's a movie on there.
It's.
I love that
I remember when I first saw that because my friends were like recommending it to me, like this movie's fucking great, man. And I'm like, all right.
Frog. Yeah, that's the one that you get people. That one in Boondock Saints that you would get like I would get like my fucking high school people to be like, no, like movies don't have to be in the theater. Like you don't have to see the theater. Like there's really good movies being released straight to Blockbuster, SLC Punk, and then Donnie Darko was another argument for
Oh
that.
yeah. See, and I didn't care for Donnie Darko. I
I
saw it
love
once.
Donnie
I
Darko.
thought it was okay. I was like, all right, I'm good. I don't need to watch it again. But then I've always kind of felt that Richard Kelly is wildly overrated.
Not,
But
not
that-
anymore. He's been hated on. Those last 2 movies did him in. He has
I
another one in the works apparently.
Well, I remember when he was at Comic-Con promoting Southland Tales. And like I guess
What a mess. I
would-
love
but
it.
I need to watch it again because I remember being like, this is because the day that I watched that movie, my buddy came over and I showed him we watched Southland Tales and then I showed him Hot Rod,
Oh yeah,
which is
Hot
so
Rod's
goddamn
amazing.
funny. And
Yeah,
then we
Hot Rod's
watched
amazing.
and then he had never seen Pulp Fiction, so we watched Pulp Fiction.
Wow.
So we just did a full day of movies. And it was a lot of fun. And it was like, you know, but Southland Tales was one that I didn't know much about.
I love Southland Tales.
And it was just kind of crazy.
It is. Yeah, it's really hard to explain what it is. I think Southland Tales contains the most what the fuck performance I've ever seen in any movie. You know, I've seen a lot of crazy movies
Yeah.
with John Lovitz. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. That John Lovitz, the way he played it like the Terminator. Like, I don't know what the hell was going on.
It was Sherry.
He's like a
Sherry-
racist Terminator. It's very weird. It's the
Yeah,
most
you know-
bizarre performance I've ever seen in a movie.
I think that was one of those things where it's kind of like people were looking at the buzz coming off of Donnie Darko, like this is the next Tarantino, you know?
Well,
I
no,
think it was
like no one fell for it. Like that shit got booed in con, and he had to re-edit the whole thing and reshoot
Wait, Southland Tales or
Southland Tales.
oh yeah. Well, no, what I mean is like he did well with Donnie Darko. That one
Oh yeah.
had a lot of buzz, and so he was able to get Timberlake and The Rock and everybody else, Sean, you know,
Evan Smith is in it. Like,
yeah,
everyone's in it.
and just do like this crazy fucking movie.
An epic.
And then it was just like I don't think people got it. You know,
No.
Book of Revelation shit.
I didn't get it. I didn't get Southland Tales at all. But the thing is, I didn't get Donnie Darko either. But there was a type of magic in Donnie Darko that just wasn't present in Southland. Southland Tales felt like there was like a kind of rhythm and tone to Donnie Darko that Southland Tales just completely.
Well, I
lost.
think what you're, I think if
know.
I had to guess on that one, it'd be something kind of like the micro of Donnie Darko versus the macro of Southland Tales, right? Because like Donnie Darko is very very small. Southland Tales is very big.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, because it makes sense because it's Donnie Darko's perspective, teenage years, supposed to be confusing. So you kind of fall into it's okay to not make sense when you're a teenager. Things don't make sense, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're very confident. You think things make sense, and it's like, yeah, I could sort of see that. Southland Tale, there's no perspective to say why this doesn't make sense. Like nothing for me, at least.
I mean, again, it's been 18 years since I've seen it, or roughly or around that 17, 18 years. So I'd have to go back and watch it again. I mean, if they did like a re-release of it, I'd probably give it I'd watch it on cable or whatever and streaming. It's not something I'd probably go out to go see in theaters because Rational here says Southland Tales, you have to read 3 comic books to understand the film. That doesn't surprise me.
Like the whole ice cream truck floating in the air and the guy like. They could explain what that is, but it's like the idea of like the guy standing on the ice cream truck and he's just gonna stand up and look. There's too many weird human actions too. You know what I'm saying? That I'm sure the lore could be explained, but the character behavior stuff, I don't know if a comic book is gonna answer like why if this guy's being brought up by a light to look at an explosion, why is he standing up on top of an ice cream truck? Like it's too artistic. It's too surreal, like for like it to make sense for me, like it to be answered. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be answered, I guess. I don't know.
Well, what I kind of wonder is like you look at something like Southland Tales is so out there, like you really have to think about the metaphors and what it's trying to say, you know, and it deliberately withholds information. Versus like Frankenstein, which you have.
I like those type of because you see, well, you don't agree. I saw the TV Glow where it's like deliberately withholding what exactly it's about. You have to think about, but I feel like I saw the TV Glow. It was all there, and once you do get it, it's all there in the text. Southland Tale is like, the fuck, holy shit!
I don't know. I mean, I saw the TV Glow. I just felt was like, I get the metaphors. I get what it was trying to do.
Which means it's a success because it's not easy to do that.
No. You're not wrong. It's not that the director did a bad job. I feel it's just like the story fell apart for me. Like in like there was the scene where it's like after the girl comes back, right? When she's gone for all that time and then comes back. And like there's like that maybe I'm thinking of the timeline wrong. But Justice Smith's character is driving, and then there's like a tree that's knocked over, or a telephone pole that's knocked over, right? And like he finds the book of the Pink Opaque. Mm-hmm. And I got to go back and watch that scene again. But there's something in that scene that I'm like, oh, this is a thing that they're referencing for down the road that they didn't either reference it or they skipped over or they did something with it that just kind of like either I had my intention broken or like what I thought was going to happen didn't play out. I got to go back and watch it again, but
that's your problem.
That is my problem. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Hold on. Here we go. Sorry, Jess. I saw this one here. Thoughts on the rights of Who Framed Roger Rabbit going back to the original owner? Honestly, Roger Rabbit, you know, yeah, it went back to the original owner because it's but it's not what we got in the movie. The movie was so far removed from like the book.
Yeah, I don't think that means anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he got it back.
Good for him, yeah.
Fucking cold, man.
Means something to that guy.
Yeah, but it's like Roger Rabbit, as we know Roger Rabbit, is white. The Roger Rabbit in the book is
your Kelly, like so Megyn Kelly, Santa's white moment right here?
No.
Roger Rabbit is white.
As we know Roger Rabbit in the movie is a white rabbit. Roger Rabbit, as described in the book, is like a brown rabbit.
He's cartoon colored.
K. He's a white rabbit in the movie. Is he not?
He's white. Then what is Bob
I didn't say Caucasian. I said he's
what was
white.
Bob Hawkins?
Italian. So he's brown.
Wow. Shout out to bipolar Chris, by the way.
Oh, he's there. Oh man.
No. He needs a shout out.
Oh right.
He said he
No,
likes listening, and he's like, oh, I'm glad people are streaming. That's why I
No.
came on. Actually, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this for Chris because he likes listening. And
Yeah, I haven't talked to Chris in a while.
He's going through stuff.
It sucks, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you seen Don't Look Up? It's what Southland Tale.
No. That's that Leo movie.
Yeah.
The only Leo movies I watch better have a car chase in the desert.
How was One Battle After Another?
It was awesome. Has my favorite like freaking moment, like badass scene of 2025 so far. The raid of a town that happens in the middle, the centerpiece of the movie. It was incredible. It was funny. It was exciting. This is amazing filmmaking.
And Paul Thomas Anderson did that, right?
Oh yeah, he did an action movie like that. That blows my mind.
Well, the other day, I don't know how
It's usually all the action tropes and shit. Like even the bad guy's named Lockjaw. I was like, he's named after a fucking transformer. This is awesome.
Oh no, I haven't. I don't even think I've seen a trailer for it.
Don't just watch it. Just watch it. Yeah.
There was
awesome. It's wild too. The first like 10 minutes are kind of like, what the hell is this? It's awesome.
Let's see. No, what was I gonna say? The oh no, the other day on Reddit, someone had posted the cocaine scene from Boogie Nights, which I hadn't seen in like a long. No, what it was is I saw a short. It was Alfred Molina explaining the
Jesse's
firecracker
girl.
scene.
Yeah, that was amazing.
The firecracker scene, and like the fact that Paul Thomas Anderson had told the guy with the firecrackers just kind of throw them at random.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's no cues, and then they put earplugs in one ear of Alfred Molina so he could still like hear and like deliver the dialogue, but all the pops from the firecrackers were all like muted. So like Mark Wahlberg, John C. Reilly, and Thomas Jane, their reactions were to keep the intensity up of the scene were all like legit.
That was awesome.
I
have also think Paul Thomas Anderson gave a shout out to John Woo in that one when he had the bodyguard come out with the two guns.
Oh,
everyone in the 90s was doing the two gun shit. Even the fucking Mummy did the two gun shit.
Yeah, but the Mummy did it okay. The Mummy did it pretty good.
Everyone, like that guy did not shoot two guns. Like everything was two guns in the Mummy. Everyone was John Wooing it. It was crazy how much John Woo influenced the 90s.
Well, I mean, even I don't know if I go as far. Well, I mean, you got Desperado. He had two guns up his shirt, right? That was
90s. That's John Woo. That was influenced by John Woo. Robert Rodriguez will tell you that.
Yeah, probably, most likely. But yeah, no, man, I like such crazy ass films. All right, hold on. Let me got a couple quick supers here I need to get to.
Yeah, do supers.
Okay, here we go. From oh no, sorry, hold on. Mo here says, can't wait to see how they're gonna ruin 13 Ghosts. Did you hear about that? They announced that they're doing a 13-part season, giving all like the 13 Ghosts are all getting their own episode.
Did you guys really like that remake from 2000?
I did.
Damn.
We had at the drive-in, we had Training Day and 13 Ghosts playing
with the glasses and the glass house. The jump scares were so obnoxious.
Yeah, but Matthew Lillard was fun.
Sure.
You know what I want to see a remake of? I want to see a remake of Jack Frost.
Which one? The Michael Keaton one?
Not the Michael Keaton one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can we mix it? Can we just
maybe
cross the streams?
Maybe. I mean, you know that they're remaking Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
With the guy who played Corey.
Where the fuck is my Howling remake? That's what I want to see. Time to bring that shit back. Howling, we're missing that one. What franchise, 80s franchise do you want? Don't say Nightmare on Elm Street. Everyone wants that.
No. Actually, I what's funny you mentioned that. I'd only seen I think the only Nightmare on Elm Street that I had seen is like Freddy's Dead.
Ronnie,
and then Freddy versus Jason.
Ronnie, you baby.
Because I bought the 4K of Nightmare on Elm Street last year, and I finally sat down and watched it, and I was like, this is it. Like this is what everyone's up. This is okay. You know, like Freddy's a great idea of a character, but it was so like maybe it was just because it was so muted of a story. It just felt like, you know, I don't know, dated maybe a little bit. I need to watch.
Nightmare on
the
Elm
other
Street
ones.
is definitely dated, but there's some gold in them.
I don't know. I mean, like,
I love how
80s
Nancy has one of the best like prepping a house against like the slasher scenes I've ever seen. She does some of the smartest shit I've ever fucking seen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Final Girl do. I love it.
No, that was good. I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it
That
was bad.
fucking light bulb gag she did was genius. Genius.
You know, and nobody called it woke. Nobody called it girl boss.
It's like, how did she learn how to do that?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Fuck,
Her
she
dad
got
was a
that-
cop. Her dad was a
Oh,
cop.
her dad was a cop. You're right.
So maybe that's what it was.
Fucking putting gunpowder into like a broken light bulb and then filling it up, and then so when you turn on the light, that shit explodes. Ingenious.
Oh yeah.
Like more final girls need to be doing that. Every final girl should be doing that shit.
Just learn from Nancy.
Yeah, the light bulb and the fucking gunpowder.
Definitely better than
Yeah.
Laurie Strode.
It needs to be a fucking standard.
I think like I don't know, man. Like there's a lot that I don't know. The older I get, the more I look back on some of those films, and I'm like, I don't think they need like continuations. I mean, it's tough because
You're gonna see them.
you're going to
That's
see
why.
them. Well, now we're getting into the 30 years since the 90s, so we're going to be seeing a lot more of the 90s. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they try to find a way to reboot The Sandlot. You know, with like a
They already tried that.
well, I mean they did The Sandlot 2.
Didn't they have a
But-
show?
No, I don't think they
Disney
have a show.
Plus?
No. You're thinking of A League of Their Own.
Didn't
They did
have,
a league. They did A League of Their Own, the TV show.
A lot had a show too, or they announced the show. like a
Maybe
year ago.
I haven't heard.
What they got to do, because remember how in the 90s they were also obsessed with the 50s or like the TV shows of the 60s or 70s, and they did like the Brady Bunch, Addams
Oh, yeah.
Family. They got to do those again, but change it up where it's like the Brady Bunch, but now as a horror film. And so like 30
There's your
years,
pitch.
it's like
There's
a
your
meta,
pitch.
meta.
Why
Like
not? I mean,
one
well,
thing
that's
top of another.
well, you know, it's kind of like speaking of the whole meta thing about that. It's I was talking with HBarts about Scream 4's 4K, and the way that Scream 4 was shot. They wanted it to make it look like it was one of those like I almost want to say made for TV movies. In Scream 4 from 2011, and it looks like shit. Like, you know, like it doesn't have a 4K because of that. I could be wrong, but I think that's what he was telling me.
I feel like the Scream movies, I gotta watch them. These new ones again. I feel like they lost the sense of like the actual commentary on what's going on in horror films and how to weave that
Well,
into the story. You know,
That's where I think the Scream 7 is going back to basics. I
Yeah,
actually
that's what I'm
don't.
saying. So what is the commentary on it? I would think I would go with my pitch would be feminist, like the rise of feminist horror, and it's like how can we do that with Sydney, you know? And how
Well,
can
I
we
mean-
weave that into the meta commentary about like the substance, all this different shit from the substance, all this stuff, and then weave it into Sydney's
Yeah.
story.
That could
Well,
work. I mean,
well,
it's not a
comment-
bad idea. But then again, look at
They're not commenting on anything. They're just shit's happening.
Yeah,
you
but-
like horror
but-
films? Yeah, okay.
But well, no, Blumhouse did that with 2019's Black Christmas, which was fucking god awful. You know,
No, but that did the whole trying to do. Well, I'm saying commenting on the movies themselves, not like on
Oh,
the
I see.
culture around it, like the feminist horror shit, not like the.
Wouldn't
the
it be
commentaries
funny?
around it.
But wouldn't it be funny if you look at it from like that lens of like, you know, meta commentary and maybe a juxtaposition, if they removed the final girl and made it the final boy?
I feel like
and
we already
mean,
have
like,
that.
they've already have that, but wouldn't it be funny if like
Technically,
picked up-
Ash is a final boy. Technically,
true.
and we call them final girls anyway. There's male final girls is what we say.
I know, but
whole-
wouldn't it be funny if like we had like
You know who else is one?
who?
Recently, it had a recent new movie out. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. He's a final girl
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
for sure.
I guess so.
He is. He even does like the whole setting things up.
I mean,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
so-
he Home Alone's it. Yeah,
He almost home alone. Yeah, he's a final girl. That shit was genius, dude. Like the last 30 minutes of Predator had no dialogue. Man, I would have loved to like. Damn, that
nah,
takes balls.
Predator. It's
And now
such a
this
good-
new Predator has no like human dialogue.
How
It's
well?
20 minutes.
How was the new Badlands? Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. It was
Okay.
good. I have some issues, and some issues that I agree with people. They're just taking it way too far and being assholes about it. Where it's like I could see where a good discussion could be had about, you know, certain franchises having similar looks and feels now when you want them to feel a little more distinct. Not to say, you know, that they're doing like a Disney Predator, but I see crossover with stuff like I see a similar cinematography look to The Mandalorian. It's like these franchises, I don't want them to be that interchangeable when it comes to the vibe and the look
Yeah.
and plot points. I want them to be distinct. And that's my one critique is like, yo, let's get a little bit away from Mandalorian stuff. But I still enjoyed the movie. The third act is amazing. They were like, and it's like there's a lot of creativity around the characters themselves, you know, maybe not around the story. And I give that a lot of value. I think interesting characters and me liking characters is more important than the plot beats or whatever the fuck. Because it's
Yeah.
a pretty standard plot beat. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, it's like how many stories can you tell, right? Like how many stories can you fucking tell? And that is ultimately the issue that we're always going to find, right? It's like what there's 7 stories you can tell, and it really is just about trying to make them like entertaining and interesting.
Well, that's why
you
you
know.
do. Usually, you try to get into the specifics of interchangeable, and you try to get into personality. It's like, okay, well, basically, oh, Badlands came out this year. Like last year, we had In a Violent Nature. It's like I could see where it's like if In a Violent Nature came out like 4 years ago, I could see Suits, and it's like a hit. I could see Suits being like, let's do that with Predator. Let's just
Yeah.
follow Predator like the whole time, you know. And then he has to do a hunt, and we'll give him a backstory. So it's like it's there's 7 stories like all together or whatever the fuck, but like there's also like personalities and like interchangeable things within those 7 stories that is like, well, I'll take this part of story 1 and put it in story 6, and then take a character from story 5 and put what happens if you take that only a character, put that in story 6 with a plot point of story 1, and that's where it starts getting fun. It's like you're chemical mixing almost. And I think that I love those type of takes, and those are usually the best ways to do elevator pitches. It's like, yeah, what if we followed a predator the whole time in a big hunt?
No,
After
that would be. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I really enjoyed Predators from 15 years ago. But you know,
I
it
didn't-
pisses me off.
I thought they dropped the ball on the action. I thought the idea was really cool and it was very stylized, but the action set pieces themselves, I thought they were kind of like very mid. I didn't like the fights or anything. The coolest
I
fight
like-
was like one dude with a sword. It's like it's only because they set it up cool.
I think for me, it was I like the characters.
Yeah, the characters were cool. No, dynamic. The how dynamic they were. Like, oh, cartel guy, yakuza guy. I thought that
Yeah.
was cool.
Well, you know, for me, what I actually I don't know how, but like I was in LA when that movie came out, but I never saw a trailer for it. Like any of the movies I went to go see, the trailer never played, and then I never saw it when it was in theaters. So on Black Friday that year, I ended up buying it on Blu-ray, and then I went home and I put it in, and I was like, so I went in completely blind. No trailer, no reviews, no nothing. I didn't know anything about the fucking movie. And I was like, all right, this is solid. Like, you know, I one of those times where I really remember going like, all right, I like not knowing anything about it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like the
I'm
industry.
gonna start now watching trailers. I saw the first teaser for Companion, and then I stopped watching all the marketing because someone said that it gave it away a little bit too much. And I really fucking enjoyed my experience with Companion because I didn't see the fucking trailer. I didn't know what it was.
I do. I will say, like with Strange Darling, I liked that the
Yeah.
marketing for that was really subversive.
Mm-hmm.
So where you thought it was going, it definitely was like not going there. Yeah, I mean, trailers these days are like, I just read tonight that they have like 30 different trailers or marketing bits or whatever for Avengers Doomsday. You know, like they're gonna hit the ground. They're gonna like show you everything about that fucking movie before it even comes out.
I think that kind of makes sense because they have a lot of characters, so they just like show 2 seconds, you know,
Yeah.
or like to certain TV spots and shit are like character focus, where it's like you're gonna get 2 moments of whoever the Black Panther is in this one, you know.
I don't know. There's a rumor that there's a Black Panther, and I have no idea. I've kind of tuned out from like a
Should be
lot of
Shuri.
the.
Should be Shuri, right?
It should be Shuri. I think she's in it. I don't know. I mean, for me, I've tuned out a lot of that stuff. It's like I'll say this though. Like, did you hear the news yesterday that they're doing that DC crime show
With Jimmy
with
Olsen? I think
Jimmy
that's
Olsen?
awesome. I think that's
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
did you
really
see who's
good.
behind it?
No.
It's the guys who did American Vandal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, that's one of the
American
funniest
Vandal,
goddamn.
yeah, American Vandals was amazing.
Yeah, I can't believe Netflix killed it after 2 seasons. It
No,
was
I think that's a great idea. I think it's such a good idea to do, like, because that's going to be legitimately funny and to introduce like villains and shit that no one cares about.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Really
Gorilla Grodd is the first one, I think. But yeah, if it's like a
That's why I'm waiting for the Clayface movie because I never gave a shit about Clayface. It's like now I'm gonna actually give a shit because it's gonna be a horror film. I can't wait for that. I'm so excited for that. That's probably the most anticipated movie of the next year. That fucking Clayface movie.
I think, yeah, I mean, if Gunn is really, doing what I think he's doing, I think we're going to be seeing some good stuff coming out of DC. I think the more he gets like the wins under his belt, I think the further people will move away from Snyder. But I'll tell you this though, a lot of the people out there that are keeping the Snyderverse alive are the haters at this point. Because the fans, like, they'll do their thing, sure, but like, those are the people that if you say like I liked Henry Cavill over David Cornsweet, the haters come out in force, and then they keep Snyder. They keep Snyder in everyone's conversation.
Yeah,
It's like a weird obsession with it. It's like here's the thing: I want to see the continuation of the Snyderverse. Yeah, sure. Is it going to happen? No, right? But am I glad Superman made money? Yeah, I thought Peacemaker was good. Creature Commandos was good.
I haven't seen it.
Like I like all that shit. It's not hard to like stuff, but it's like, is it what I would want? No, but it's like, all right, I have no control.
The only thing
Same-
I'm like, dude, we got a drunk ass Supergirl. I can't wait for that shit. That's awesome.
That should be pretty
I
interesting.
can't believe they did the meme. I clapped when she came out drunk. She stumbled in because I joked about that. I was like, I hope she's fucking like stumbling in drunk, and I was joking, and then they did it. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Hey, thanks for watching my dog, bitch.
She stumbled. It's like she's gonna be crashing. Like, is she gonna be flying drunk and crashing into buildings? That'd be fucking hilarious.
I think press. I did see, what was it? Cruella, when I was on the cruise ship that was playing. And that's the same director, Craig Gillespie.
Of Supergirl, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought
I
that was pretty
heard
good.
the script is really good.
So we'll have to
That's
see. I mean,
fine.
at least they're not working with Christina Hodson anymore.
Who's that?
She wrote Flash. She wrote
Flash was
Batgirl.
fine. Flash was fun. Oh man, fuck you.
She wrote Batgirl. She also wrote Bumblebee, which I thought was just terrible.
Bubble me tuna.
That was just like, the story was like so whatever, man.
Gave
I don't know.
everyone's favorite fucking first 10 minutes of any Transformer scene ever.
And it was it was in a late addition to the party too.
I know.
It was like,
Just for a fucking Bumblebee movie.
have you ever seen the original opening of Bumblebee? It's
What do you mean
terrible.
original.
The original. They have an original opening. It's on the Blu-ray. It's all point of view found footage of Bumblebee when he crashes in the jungle and like he's being
That's
stalked by special forces
You know why that's hilarious?
because it's bad.
No, because Asylum, that's their version of Bumblebee. When they're Mockbuster, it's a found footage of these kids that find a robot found footage in the
Oh no
forest,
shit.
in the California desert forest. That's funny. That was the real Bumblebee. I wonder if they changed it because they're like, Asylum's doing it. Holy shit.
Is Asylum still making movies?
Yeah, dude. Dude, I just fucking went through their goddamn ballerina Mockbuster, Ballerina Assassin. It was atrocious. I saw it with Fourth on stream.
I think the last.
It
I
was
want to say the
atrocious.
last.
It was
the
so
last
boring.
Asylum movie I watched was called like Sex Pot.
Oh, you
It
watched?
can't-
Those? I watched the blockbuster in action stuff and their sci-fi. They
This-
did a great one called fucking Snow White and the Seven Samurai. That shit was fucking awesome, and that had a UFC fighter. And it turns into the raid. It's like these women, these like fucking, I guess, elite commando group women, whatever. They just raid this drug dealer's house for the last 45 minutes. It's just them raiding this house. It's like the raid. It's fucking awesome. It's Asylum.
Crazy. I mean, Asylum can do some stuff that's entertaining, right? Like,
Yeah, like I like their Sharknado and I like some of their action sci-fi. I like there's this airport werewolf movie they did in 2009 that was pretty good. And then Ballerina Assassin was fucking awful. Holy shit. That's probably the worst movie I've ever seen. And that was supposed to be their take on Ballerina, the one that came out this year. It was awful. It was boring. Ask Forth, he saw it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it didn't Forth say on your stream that he fell asleep watching Badlands?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That second act is a little slow, and I think I'm blaming marketing because I think it would have been cool if we found out that Wayland and alien shit is happening in the movie, and not in the trailer. Because that would have given a lot of juice to the second act of like, holy shit, Wayland's in.
Well,
this
didn't they deliberately want to make it like so far down in the timeline that like there's like no overlap whatsoever?
I have no idea. That's not explained. Timeline is not explained. I didn't give a shit. I didn't need to know. I'm not like you nerds on the internet. When's the timeline? Oh my god, this movie's ruined because I don't know the timeline. You fucking nerds.
Well, I mean, like if it's part of a franchise, I think knowing the timeline is an appropriate question to ask.
It is not.
Just saying.
Did the Predator kill shit? Yeah. Did he look cool doing it? Yeah. That's the appropriate.
That's okay. You know, I'm looking at my local theater right now for what they're showing for tomorrow. I didn't know this. They installed D-box seats.
Oh God.
And so they've got like the most showings of Predator Badlands tomorrow.
Are you gonna watch it? Don't. Yeah.
No. Hold up. The only showings. The only standard non-3D, non-D-box is at noon. And my kids get out tomorrow at fucking 1:15. So it's like, I can't go see
You're not watching it.
I'm not watching it, man. I don't know why I have no desire to look at a D-box. I have no desire.
Do it.
Fuck it.
Do it and stand up and protest the whole time.
Yeah, give them $18 for a ticket. And stand up and protest. This is fucking why theaters are dying, dude. I'm telling you, it's like they force you into this box. They force you into this fucking, like I just want to watch the fucking movie.
Your job and your responsibilities is forcing you into that. Otherwise, you just get a ticket to another one.
But I don't want to go see another one. I want to go see Predator Badlands.
No, you get a ticket to the not D-box one.
Yeah, but they don't have one that's available for me to see.
That's what I'm saying. It's well, in general, or because the timing,
because the timing that I have.
Your timing.
That's my fault. Sure, thanks.
Yeah. Tell your kids to wait. Tell your kids to give them a ball. Give them a ball and say here.
Just tell them to walk home. How long is it? 1 hour 40 minutes.
Say, hang out with this ball in school. Well, I'm not there.
Yeah, because they've got like the D-box real 3D at 340. 3D at 2:40, 8 o'clock.
No,
D-box.
don't do that. Don't Jack Sparrow it. Rational, cancel that, man. I don't know why you gave that.
No, look, here's the thing. There's already, I got a link to watch it in 1080p. Dude, the copy that I've already seen of the movie floating around because that's so.
Shut up. What do you already seen?
No. I'm not. There have been clips on Twitter that I've seen like the quality of the rip, but I haven't looked at it. I find it to be funny that the people that are sharing all that shit, a lot of them are like, AI is theft, but let me just go ahead and share this pirated shit. No fucking accountability. But no, I don't.
Shout out to War Girls Vito, by the way. Speaking of AI and stuff.
How's your
They're kicking ass, bro. They just I passed my first 700 views for one of their songs.
On YouTube, or you dropping it on fucking Spotify?
No, on YouTube. No, I'm gonna do a Spotify next. I'm gonna set up. I'm even gonna do a physical release. Those gals have worked their asses off, man. I'm so proud of them.
So proud.
So good. I found them in the dark web.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy. Yeah,
you can find a lot in the dark web.
What Jarbo? Like what?
Like
what do you find in the dark web?
Not good shit. I'll tell you that.
Okay. I'm getting tired, man. I'm late. I'm doing this for you, and I'm doing this.
No, it's been 2 hours. I was gonna start winding it down here, because if you notice, I've been coughing a lot more. So
I've been reading comics now, man. Everyone's fucked. You can't talk shit now. No one's gonna be able to talk shit about anything.
I hear the Absolute series is pretty good.
What is that?
The Absolute like
That one where
absolute
Batman, is that one where Joker's a fucking demon and shit?
I don't know. I just hear it's good.
And Harley Quinn fucking looks like Sigourney Weaver from Alien 3, which is awesome.
There's what is
What
it?
comics have you read?
I don't read comics.
Yeah, okay, but I'm sure you've read one or two.
I've read yeah, like
What have you read?
I've read the Killing Joke. I've read I read Kevin Smith.
Did you ever get in a I was in a stage when I was like 5 where I would just get Spider-Man comics but not read it. I just look at the pictures because Spider-Man looked cool.
No.
Ever
It was
that?
it was what I because of my OCD, I have this thing about like completionism. So my thing with comics are a constant trigger for me because it's like I go and I'm like, oh, well, you have this Spider-Man, but what Spider-Man is that? The Ultimate Spider-Man, the
Bro,
Amazing
I've
Spider-Man,
run into that.
the
I have that
Spectacular
too.
Spider-Man.
I have that
Fucking,
too.
but what run is it, right? And I'm like, oh no, but this run is over now. It's on a different run, and I'm like, I don't even want to fuck with it. I don't even want to fuck with it.
You're listening.
Because, no, I just don't want to fuck with it. I'm like, I don't want to deal with any of this nonsense. Like, it is just too much, and my brain will pop, and I don't want to deal with it. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the movies because the movies are just gonna be, and this is why I push for the continuity in the films. It's like you establish the continuity in these movies, and now you're fucking with that continuity because you're lazy, and you can't you don't fucking.
Who cares?
I've what?
You didn't read the comics. Who cares?
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Continuity, schmontuity. I'm such a complete so I started collecting comics, right? So it's a big deal. It's a horror staple. Elvira is meeting Harley Quinn for the first time. So I was like, I'm getting that because the run's current, right? So they just released it. But I had to get like all the variants too, because it's like I got one and it's like I had to get them all. Just like so I'm like
Pokemon?
that too, and I'm gonna stop. Yeah, where it's like I can't fucking do that. I got this one. I'm actually thinking of doing a giveaway because I got like it was my most expensive cover I've ever gotten. I don't know how much it's worth, but I got a double of it by accident, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll give this one away. This one, I might do.
Oh, nice.
It's worth a pretty penny too, so I'll probably do a giveaway at one point.
Yeah, Jess here says read manga. Yeah, it's true. Manga kind of keeps it going.
Which one though?
Which one?
Not
What?
the high school. Like which manga? Like is there a fucking? Is this just called manga? There's a story called manga. I go like, hey, I'm interested in that arc. What's the newest arc in manga? Just read manga. What's manga? Who's your favorite character in manga? Mine's John.
There's
Manga.
There-
See, everyone treats manga like it's its own. It's like it's a story, a franchise.
It's
Read One Piece. Okay.
yeah, I hear One
No,
Piece
no,
is
everyone fucking talks about One Piece. Fuck you. No, give me something weird.
You know what I find? You know,
I have that Black Lagoon manga.
well, you know they did the live action The Last Airbender on what was it on? You know, fucking
Netflix.
yeah, and they just did wrapped up. They shot seasons 2 and 3 back to back, I think. And so it's like they said that the season 3 is like already the final season. I'm like, you spent all that money and you're just doing 3 seasons. It just seems kind of crazy to me.
3 seasons. I mean, it's a lot of 3 seasons. Is pretty. It's good for a lot of money, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
something
it's
like that.
you know, no, it's true.
It's a pirate adventure movie, a show.
But are they going to finish the story in 3 seasons? Oh no, I'm thinking One Piece. But again, this idea
One
though
Piece
that
ahead of the deadline.
but one of the things though about
anime.
Well, no. It's like with One Piece, the live action. It's like how do you
Stretchy
do a
stuff.
show like that? You know, live action when it costs so much fucking money. You know, to do. It's like it's been 2 years since the first season came out. You know, I don't know. It just feels to me like there's so much that that they're just taking all this time with, and it just kills interest. But that is just me.
No, they do a good trailer and everyone's back in. It's easy to get the sheep back in, the RJs.
Well, yeah, the key is like it's kind of like watch RJ, right?
Yeah,
Just
watch
watch
RJ.
RJ on Twitter, whatever
Well,
fandom.
not right now, though.
No, not right now. No,
Who knows
he
what's
is.
happening over there?
He started it. He
Tried
started
getting
it.
in on that. I tried getting in on. I was like, hey, let me get in on this. Whatever this ARG K-pop shit you're doing. Whatever.
It's LARPing, I
He's
think,
like,
isn't it?
he's like, what? And he goes, what the fuck? No. You asshole.
Well, no, he started. He
He's a K boy. He's a Sasha boy for sure.
he's a Saja boy. He's a Saja boy.
RJ the Sasha boy.
You know,
Hey RJ, hey motherfucker, you'll never be Rumi or Zoe. Piece of shit. Ramira, you'll never be them. You're a Sasha boy, all right? Get out of it. Change the avatar. That's not you.
It's crazy. It's like, you know, he's like doing the whole, I'm gonna start another K-pop fucking Twitter account.
I'm gonna start another life. That's what he said to me. Hey, I'm starting another life. Killing
Oh,
this
really?
old one.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is homie's like 25, so we got quarter life crisis.
RJ said he's only eating noodles now. That's what he told me.
I think that's because he's poor.
Fried noodles. No, he said because of the movie.
Because of the movie. Shit. Oh man.
RJ said his new his whole room is the color scheme is black pink. That's what he said. Black pink. I think that's a band too or something.
I think so, yeah. Surprised he hasn't I don't know. I was gonna make a strategy joke, but you wouldn't know that reference. The strategy is one of the bands that's on the soundtrack for K-pop Demon Hunters. They did a cover of Takedown, and then they also did that oh god, it's I forget. I gotta listen to the soundtrack again. Anyway. But all right, man. I'll let you go because I'm gonna wind this thing down.
Wind it down. Thank you.
It down.
Thank you for having me. This was a pleasant conversation.
Yeah, we've never really just had you and me to chat.
Yeah, we have.
It's been a while.
A couple times. Yeah, no, it's been a while, but we have.
It's always difficult because of the time zones and shit.
Yeah, time zone. Thanks for asking, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna
do that more often.
I have tomorrow off. I ain't doing shit, so fucking I might jump on.
Yeah, cool.
All right, man.
Later.
Get some sleep. We'll see you later. Go check out Little Movie Perp on YouTube's.
War Girls.
Yes, he has a War Girls of Ito that he posts songs. They are AI. They are good. They are good AI. We enjoy Perp. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's a lot more lore on Alistor in the new Has-Been Hotel season. Based. Okay, sorry here. Let me get to these ones. Garrick, I'm so sorry. All right, best 2000s Del Toro film, Blade 2, Hellboy 1, 2, or Pan's Labyrinth. I am going to go on a limb. I'm going to say Hellboy 2. I think Hellboy 2 had the most fantasy on like a Western scale. What I mean by that is it was like really tapping in to a lot of stuff. What cracked me up too is they had like the market, right? The troll market in Hellboy 2. And then he also did that show, like that Netflix show that was the Troll Hunter. And they went to the troll market and everything else. I think like that was kind of a, maybe like a little bit of a nod to that one. I never saw Pan's Labyrinth, actually. I need to, but thank you. All right. Also, who has the clout to do whatever they want in Hollywood? Christopher Nolan, James Cameron, maybe Spielberg. Not even Spielberg anymore, dude. Not even Spielberg anymore. Cameron does because he's Cameron, but he focuses on what he wants to focus on. Nolan obviously does. I would assume that even like, probably like Ryan Coogler, I think does pretty much. Tarantino does, but they also like put out films so infrequently. Every couple years, so it's like they have the time to make it work. But in many ways, it's I don't know. Yeah, definitely not Spielberg. He's had trouble getting some stuff off the ground. Just the dynamic has changed. The dynamic has absolutely changed. Let's see. Irrational for 5. Thank you, buddy. Says, do you think The Last Photograph will be Zack Snyder's magnum opus and it will get nominated at the Oscars? I don't know. I don't even really know what it's about. From the pictures that I've seen, it looks pretty, cinematography wise, he could definitely get maybe a best cinematographer nomination for that. He could, I don't know if I'd say best, magnum opus. Zack Snyder has a tendency when he's writing screenplays to get a little bit muddy. I don't remember. Was it like the Shea Hatton guy or like the Jacob guy that helped him with this one? I'm not too sure. But I mean, I'm excited to see it. I always enjoy Zach's work, but this one I don't think is going to Netflix. I think this one is going to try to go for theaters or some shit like that. I mean, he shot it on a lean crew in Colombia. Very lean, very quick setups, very quick. He said 40 setups a day, which is insane. So whatever that they were doing it quick and dirty, and they were just getting it done. And that kind of raw grittiness is something that I want to see. So I'll be curious to see how that turns out. But I think either way, it's going to look beautiful. All right, this is for 5. Thank you. It's funny how Predator Badlands is sweeping the box office right now. Yeah, no, I hear it's really good. I'm just pissed off that they got the only time I like this stupid D-box shit, man. I don't need that stuff. I'm so fucking over all of that shit. I'm so tired of 3D and I like IMAX, but just standard shit. I don't think people, the large premium formats ruining fucking movies, dude. Ruining fucking movies. It's not even worth it. Why would it's like, let me just go see the fucking movie. But it's like, if I want to see a new movie on opening weekend, it's what, like fucking $25 now? It's like, not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Have I checked out Dispatch? I know a certain someone who can't afford it and is bitching about it. I have not checked out Dispatch. I've heard people talk about it. I don't even really know what it is. But that one person who was upset that people weren't giving him money and gift cards for his birthday because he's wildly fucking insufferable. To be fair, I thought about buying him, gifting him Dispatch as a joke, but I won't do it because I like my money. Do I think Snyderverse could return as an Elseworld? No, it's not going to happen. It's too much money, John. It's too much money. You got to pay Henry. You got to pay Ben. You got to pay Gal. You got to get Jason, who's now Lobo, right? You got to get Joe Mangione, whatever the fuck his name is, Mangiello, whatever. Amber Heard, fucking Jared Leto. It's so much money. And it's so much, it's not financially worth it for them to do. It's just not financially worth it. John here also asks, do you think the Phantom Menace will ever admit they were wrong about the Disney era Star Wars? No, they've made too much money bitching about it. They'll never admit it. They will never, ever, ever admit it. Not once. Okay. Let's see here. Zap. Did I see that Star Wars Theory and Josh split because Josh wanted a bigger cut? I am aware of it. I know Arc Debunks did a video about it. I caught a few minutes of it the other day. And yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. It's like, look, you go to someone like Star Wars Theory, who's got like 3 million subscribers, largest Star Wars channel on YouTube. And you work with them and you're like, let's do a Star Wars show. Or whatever the fuck it is, a podcast. And you're thinking like that's going to tap into a lot of money. And it doesn't, because it takes time to build. Right? It takes time to build. You might get money up front. You might get money right off the bat. You might get, that front-loaded aspect of it. But to build the audience, it takes time. Never mind the fact, too, that I don't know whose channel it was on. I don't know if it was but those channels are tied to somebody's social security number, meaning that the money that comes in is going to be taxed on top of you giving that money to, on top of you splitting that money. So it's like if Josh wanted $500 an episode, and that's what he thought he was going to get, and it was going in through Star Wars Theory, and I'm just assuming this is what's happening. So let's say they need to make $1,000 in super chats. Okay, well, super chats take 30%. 30%. Okay, and so 30% of $1,000 is $700. Already underneath the threshold that Josh wants. Then you have to subtract out 25% for taxes. So what is 25% of fucking 700? Well, it's like 225, somewhere 230, somewhere in there. So now that 700 drops down to fucking $470. right? So that $1,000 is now cut down before you are even in a place to be able to divvy it up. It is cut down by over 50%. It is not financially viable unless you have a massive fan base of people, right? Like, I don't know what Friday Night Tights makes. I don't know what their split is, but it goes to Gary, and Gary is the one who manages all that shit financially. Is tied to his Social Security. So his AdSense account. So he's the one that's going to be, hit with that later on, which means that's got to be a factor. That no matter what, 25% of what comes in has to go to taxes. Right? And then also Josh would have to then take the percentage out of what he's given from Theory in order to go to taxes. So then Theory can sit there and like write off that expense. You know what I mean? It's like, it is financially destructive to do something along those lines. It doesn't matter about Star Wars Theory making much off of merchant ads and that he's being greedy. Nothing to do with that at all. He's actually in the right on that one. And I don't like to say that because I heard the video and he's like, well, what about me? Right. And it's like, he sounds entitled when he says that, but he's being legit. What about him? It's his time. It's his brand. It's his business as well. He's a part of it. So if Josh has a certain threshold that Josh wants to make and they're not hitting it, that's not on Theory to pay the difference. Because Josh is not a fucking employee. He's a partner. And so that's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't like either of those guys, but I will defend Star Wars Theory in this case. Because it does seem to me that if it's on his channel or tied to him, then you have to worry about the taxes, the other side of that. Let's see here. Star Wars Theory has a kind of successful lightsaber slop company that drops $600 on sabers. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He could have a literal like Princess Leia blowjob machine that he sells. None of that matters. None of that matters when we're talking about a non-related product. Okay, a non-related product. This is a joint venture between those two. Anything else he does is his. Everything else Josh does is his. Okay, you have to split that shit down the fucking middle, but there are so many fucking things that end up being a factor in that. That's what I'm talking about. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. No, it does not. That's not. Again, Zap, you can't sit there and say that, man. If he really wanted to look out for his friend, he could pay him out of pocket and he wouldn't even miss it. That just negates the fucking point. That negates the point. Why should Star Wars Theory have to fund what their show isn't making so Josh sticks around? It doesn't make any sense on the YouTuber side of things. Like at all. If what Josh should do is take a pay cut till it gets to the point of where, till it gets bigger and they can then hit that threshold and then they can sustain that threshold. Josh should be working his ass off to figure out how to sustain that threshold and get to that point rather than putting it all on Theory. It's not fair to Theory to do that. It's not fair. It's such a ridiculous take. It's like, it's not, I don't know if I say it's greed versus greed. I'd say it's greed versus like apathy, right? Because Star Wars Theory is, more or less like, he's like, hey, what about me? Right. And that's very true. Like, what about him? His time, his effort. And he's got to bend over backwards for Josh. Like, to be fair, he's the draw. Den of Nerds is not the draw. Would you ever go watch anything Den of Nerds ever? Like, no, because Josh is boring and he just repeats the same shit and he's not interesting. And he knows that, which is why he needed Theory. And Josh is a big fan of the book, The 48 Rules of Power or Laws of Power or whatever it is. And that entire structure, that entire rule set is all about getting what you can get out of other people and then telling them to fuck off. and then moving on to the next person. That's all Josh cares about. So that's really all it boils down to. Is just that's all he cares about. Is getting ahead, rather than actually building something. So, you know, and I say this as a person who has been around on YouTube for a long fucking time. Despite the fact that, you know, I don't get the crowds I used to. We got 25 people watching. Thank you guys, by the way. But it's like, you know, it's not like that. It's just not like that. No. Again, you're missing the point. It's not about how to get paid. Okay? It's not other ways. He doesn't have to pay him. Okay, look, here's the thing. Show me the agreement that they had. If Josh wanted 500 an episode, all right, and they're not making it, why should Theory have to be the one to put that out? Why should Theory be the one to bankroll it? If he's an equal partner, then he should take the loss until he gets there. You guys are completely missing the fucking point here. You're completely missing the point. It is not about whether or not Theory has money. It is about the agreement of the podcast, which is its own separate entity, not connected directly to both parties. It is its own venture. And unless Theory offered to bankroll it, there should be no expectation of bankrolling it. You don't launch something like that and then fucking and then get mad when it takes time to grow. No, you're not. He could, fine. He could, I guess. But it's dumb to think that he should. You know, it's like, this is where it's kind of like having a joint venture between YouTubers is very difficult to do. I do not recommend it. Having your friends come on streams and shit, that's great. Talk with people, that's great. But like going into business, it's just bad. It's a bad call. Let's see here. But would I watch Star Wars Theory? No, he's boring. He just looks miserable. Every time I see Star Wars Theory, he looks miserable. Just nonstop, just miserable. You know? So no, I don't think. No, I again, a lot of people on YouTube are just treading water. And it's not because like they're chuds or whatever. It's just the game. It's changed so much in the last couple of years. Especially the last year, it's changed. And so many people are like, again, like short form content's getting more attention, but the ad payout on that is so little, but it's low effort. So people are spending more time building up their audiences that way. And really it's just like the sweet spot is probably like 25 to 40 minute long content that people can put on and listen to, you know? And because a lot of people listen to it like as podcasts. So there's a lot going on. It's just not the same. Am I excited that Mattson Tomlin is writing Spider-Man 4 is not going to happen? It's like not going to happen. He has an idea that he's pitched, but Sony's not going to do it. There's too much money unless it's connected to Spider-Man, like with Marvel. They're not going to fuck with that shit. They've already had yes, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4 would make a lot of money, but they're not going to do it. So, do I prefer reclined seats when I go to theater? Yeah, I like them. I think they're comfortable. I don't mind the seats being nicer. You know, I don't mind that at all. I like putting my feet up, like getting comfy and shit. But that's it. I just need like that in the movie. That's all I need. Let's see. Hold on. I don't know. H-Bart's like, I told you, unless that picture has a UPS code of you sending me a copy of it, I don't want to see it. Zapper says the adpocalypse fucked up so many great creators. Many had to give up YouTube or they're just barely hanging on. Yeah. Well, the problem though is you've got there was this massive explosion from 2013 to 2017 of creators, and it was going pretty good. And then, the adpocalypse happened, fucked a lot of shit up. And so a lot of people just kind of had to figure it out. And it kind of, super chatting became big around that time. I would much rather, I appreciate the support, but again, like I said, YouTube takes like literally 30%. So it's like, it's difficult to like, turn a profit when I'm not streaming like 12 hours a day. And, yeah, it's pretty bad. Let's see. How come Regal doesn't have that for the seats? I would argue that they're going to be spending like a lot of money adding those kind of seats in. But yeah, my Regal in the next city over only has the regular seats, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I don't know why people don't use Streamlab. It takes way less. The problem with Streamlabs app is I've got this is StreamYard doesn't have access to Streamlabs. So if StreamYard got access to Streamlabs like in a heartbeat, because you just click the link and then I would get the notification. I could highlight it. I can't really highlight it with Streamlabs. Yeah, Doomcock is a pathological liar, and we've all known that for years. There's no changing that he's a pathological liar. He's never going to change. And again, like a lot of those guys, you will see people like Doomcock start to kind of like, he'll go into other categories, other topics, that he can bitch about. And that's a lot of what it is. That's a lot of what they just have to move. They're a virus. That's all they are. The worst thing is when a theater doesn't let you reserve seats. I've never had an issue reserving seats with, no, have I? Do I reserve? I think I can reserve with Regal. I'm not too sure. Will Doomcock ever go away? Probably not. They just shift course. But he's excommunicado from all the old friends. That's what's, that's the thing you got to remember. Like he's excommunicado from everybody. Remember, he used to be on with Gary all the time, and all that stuff. And do I think that Pattinson's Batman should join the DCU? Yeah, I've said as much many, many, many times that they should. Just to have one canonical timeline. So, Zapier says, I'm surprised to see that many of the Chud channels are actually bleeding money. I mean, a lot of the like your Ryan Cannells, your Yellow Flash, those kind of guys, they're not bleeding any money because they don't put any effort in. I mean, I'm a lazy ass motherfucker too, but I'll admit it. But they just do the same thing, right? They just clickbait out the videos and everything else. So that's an issue. And but some of those channels, I mean, if they're paying like an editor or a thumbnail guy, I mean, that's pretty bad. And they're gonna have to stop doing that, right? And what you're gonna see is like the editors and the metadata people and that side of YouTube is gonna start getting hit. Because it costs a lot of money to like get people to edit content. Yeah, see, G&G merged with that Park Place, and that goes to show you that Park Place was really not doing well. But G&G has got, I think, a very active online community, but that Park Place was not doing well. And I've noticed a drop off in a lot of that kind of like chuddy content. It's not getting circulated around as much on Facebook. I mean, maybe it is. But it's like, I think people are just not caring. The quartering, Richard Spencer said that the grifters like the quartering will slowly die. Yeah, the quartering's already feeling it. Comics Matter, stop being chuddy. Was that your boy Zach? Was that guy? I'm just saying it's like the thing is, I think people want authenticity, and I think faux outrage is not what they want anymore. It's like, I love movies. You guys know that. I like talking about movies. You guys know that. It's like, I would just talk about, just watch them and talk about them. And that's what I keep trying to get myself to do. It's just been very difficult with like getting sick, and it's been hard. It's just been hard to talk and everything else. But I finally figured out, and this is something that none of you will care about. But like, I finally figured out how to use AI to marry two things that I really, really like together. And that's what I worked on last night till 4:00 in the fucking morning, was like, just, figuring out this whole, it's a podcast. And it's something that I think I'm going to put on, I'm not going to really explain what it is. It's just, it's a unique take on zombies. How about that? but not in the way you're thinking. Not in the way you're thinking. It's human stories from within. Okay, from within a zombie apocalypse. Kind of like World War Z a little bit, but like not as like military. It's going to be more homegrown stories, things along those lines. But it's told from a very specific perspective, and I'm very excited about it. So, yeah, your boy Zach. I know, clown. That guy, dude. After what was it? What was the guy's name? The Jim Jeffries had that guy on during Comic-Con a couple years ago. Like, I think he kind of fell off after that shit. No, Walking Dead did not already do what I'm doing. No, it is not what you're talking about. The Walking Dead is something. I'm not doing a comic. And I'm not even doing really what you think. It's something else. Let's see. But anyway, something I've been wanting to do for a while. And I've been working on it, Actually, it's like I want to do something that's gonna like bring some value. Let's see here. John. No, I don't think Jeremy and Doomcock were seen together in a recent video, but I have no idea. I know that Doomcock, they met up at one point. And Doomcock wore a mask. I'm not ripping off Diary of the Dead. It's not a found footage in the way that you're thinking. It's not that. It's something entirely different. But I do love Diary of the Dead, so that one. But no, it's not a found footage. It's not. Well, I mean, kind of, I guess, but not really. Not really. Not in the way you're thinking. Again, not in the way you're thinking. It's very specific. And I'll tell you guys more when there's more I want to say. But all right, I am gonna go rest my voice, and everything else because it's starting to go. Did I see the Toy Story 5 teaser? I did. Yeah. It was not what I was expecting. And also, why is Woody back? But I'm definitely gonna go see it. That's gonna be a big movie. But all right, everybody, have yourself a great night. Thank you again for hanging out. I appreciate it. And yeah.
Sorry about that.